What's going on, baseball fans? Who's ready for some playoff baseball? Who's ready for Red Sox Yankees? Let's get to it. What is going on, everyone? How are we doing? Welcome to tonight's MLB Watchalong. We got the Yankees and the Red Sox in the AL wildcard game. It feels pretty good for my Red Sox to be back here in the postseason for the first time in how many years now? 3 years. So, hey, it's nice to see my Red Sox playing some playoff baseball once again. We got a good matchup tonight. I mean, obviously, it's one of the best rivalries in all of sports. But, I mean, all in all, these guys play each other very hard. These two teams are very evenly matched. And this should be a very tight game tonight. So, we're going to get into it tonight. Before I do get into everything, if anyone is new, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button for me, everyone. Hit the bell button, especially hit that bell button, especially with all of the playoff baseball we have over the next month. You're not going to want to miss anything. Share the stream if you can. Also, everyone, don't forget, I have memberships now on the channel. If you take a look at the tiers, we have two tiers. All-Star tier for 99 cents, MVP tier for $2.99. If you become an All-Star, you get badges and emojis for the streams and the videos, members-only polls for MVP. You get access to a members-only Discord where you can talk baseball or whatever else throughout the day, and there's going to be members-only streams. Also, if you take a look in the description, we are now partners with Dr. Squatch Soap Company. I have a discount code in the description below if you're interested in, hey, smelling maybe even a little bit better than you already do. I know I smell terrible, so I had to get myself some good soap, and Dr. Squatch, they make some really good stuff. Go take a look over there. They got a bunch of soap, they got shampoo, they got conditioner, they got cologne, they even got toothpaste over there. So, Dr. Squatch, one of my favorite companies. It's my go-to for soap and whatever else for my grooming needs every single day. So take a look in the description below if you would like a discount code. So, alrighty, everyone, we are about to start game time here. Garrett Cole looks like he is warming up there in the outfield. Nathan Eovaldi will be taking the mound here shortly. I believe game time, official game time is 8:10. Not quite sure. But let's just preview just what's going to be happening tonight. Just a quick look at everything. So let's take a look at tonight's pitching matchup. Alrighty, so taking a look, we got Nathan Eovaldi, we got Garrett Cole tonight. Let's take a look at Garrett Cole. A very good season. Had a couple of bumpy outings over the last month. He had a bad outing there against the Indians at one point. Not quite as sharp heading down the stretch, but Garrett Cole, you know he's going to bring it in a game like this. Over 30 starts this year, went 16-8 with a 3.23 ERA. Ton of strikeouts over those 180 innings. Garrett Cole, very solid. He was right in the mix for the Cy Young voting, but looking like he is probably going to lose out to probably a Robbie Ray. But overall, a very good season for him. If you take a look at the strikeouts per 9, 12 strikeouts per 9, 2 walks per 9, right at around a 1 home run per 9. So Garrett Cole, a very good season in the major leagues this year. Nathan Eovaldi, on the other hand, a pretty underrated season in my personal opinion. You know, when you look at the wins and losses, I mean, not too great looking, 11-9, but you got to look at the other numbers, a 3.75 ERA, and look even further than the ERA. Take a look at the FIP. If you take a look at the FIP for him, 2.79, that led the American League. So he definitely has more of the advanced numbers in his favor. If you take a look here, 9.5 strikeouts per 9, he led the major leagues in walks per 9 this year. Nathan Eovaldi not giving up a lot of walks, doesn't give up many home runs either. He does get hit. He tends to get he tends to give up some hits here and there. 9 hits per 9. But that's actually better than what it's been in the last few years. So Nathan Eovaldi, I feel like you're going to see a pretty good pitching matchup tonight. What I think this is really going to come down to, who's going to be there at the end of the game. If you've got a close game in the end, This Yankees team, they got a phenomenal bullpen. They've been very good all year. The Red Sox bullpen has been kind of stumbling this towards the end of the season here, having some injuries here and there. Garrett Whitlock, he should be available tonight. But right now, you got to favor that Yankees bullpen. They've been very good down the stretch. The Red Sox bullpen, on the other hand, maybe not so much. I think that could be a big factor for tonight. Both teams tend to do pretty well in high leverage situations, but in the end, for me personally, I feel like this is going to come down to the bullpens. Which bullpen is going to step up? You got to favor the Yankees, in my personal opinion, right now. I have predicted the Yankees to win this tonight. If you go to my predictions stream, I did that last night, so if you didn't catch that, hey, go give that a watch. A little under 2 hours long. I went as in depth as I could with every single team, and then I did my predictions towards the end of that stream. So if you missed it, go check it out. But it feels kind of nice to get back to these watch-alongs because they're a little more relaxed. You tend to see a bit more of a relaxed me. I tend to kind of hang out, look at the chat a little bit more than I'm used to because, I mean, you guys know me. I don't stop talking. I'll do a stream for 4 hours, and I'll literally talk the entire time. I will not shut up the entire time. But when it comes to just watching some games, I tend to be a little bit more relaxed. I like to, we got a super chat coming in, and I tend to look at the chat a lot more. Evan Kramer with a $5 super chat starting things off hot. For the Suits, who would they prefer out of the wild card round? Rooting for the Sox, FYI. So, man, I mean, what matchup would, those TV ratings really like? I think you can't go wrong with either one. Can't go wrong. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can't go wrong either way. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe people might get pretty excited at a Yankees-Rays series because it's a rematch of last year, and that series went 5 games last year. I think people might get pretty hyped over that. The Yankees and the Rays has definitely turned into quite a rivalry over the last couple of years. I think people can get on board with that. But yeah, I think if it comes down to TV ratings, I think that's my personal opinion. I don't know. I mean, I don't know all that stuff, but that's what I would think. Maybe people would prefer. And hey, people love to hate on the Yankees every single year, so can't go wrong with that. But Evan Kramer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I feel like for a matchup, when you're looking at the Rays, who would be the tougher matchup for the Rays? I mean, the Yankees bullpen would definitely match up with the Rays a lot more. Offensively, the Rays are just so good. I think the Red Sox starting pitching would be a better matchup, or they would match up better against the Rays offense. The Rays would definitely take advantage of a kind of a run-down Red Sox bullpen, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't want to be biased here, but I feel like my Red Sox might give the Rays a bit of a tougher series. I don't know. I'm sorry if I sound biased there. I'm not trying to, but here we go. First pitch. Oh, Rizzo is swinging, and first pitch of the game, Anthony Rizzo is down with the out, and the game has officially begun. We got 92 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? Welcome. If anyone is new, hit that subscribe button. Let me get my volume on. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, we got Chris Rodriguez here. Chris Rodriguez, you've been here since the very beginning, since I had, 200 subscribers, and now we're up to 14,000. Chris Rodriguez is still here. All the members in the chat, thank you for coming out tonight. Look, it's Kira Owens. Kira Owens, for the second straight postseason, is here watching some postseason baseball. Welcome back, Kira. What's going on? Members, Raptor Jesus, Jared Cole, Paul Hawaii. Welcome. Paul Hawaii, I said in the chat, I have a link for the Discord because you're an MVP. You have the MVP tier for the memberships. You have access to that private Discord. So go get that link and you can join the Discord. But also, yes, Kira, you're saying I'm ahead by like 30 seconds. Aaron Judge with the pop-up. And he is there. Hunter Renfroe gets him for the out. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Nathan Eovaldi off to a good start. But yeah, Hero Owens ahead by 30 seconds. That could definitely be a factor. I'm using, I don't have regular cable. I'm using an app. Down here in Florida, I use Spectrum. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Spectrum, but I'm using their app. So mine tends to be a little delayed. So also, for everyone coming in, I am not putting the game on. I remember last postseason, I was kind of doing this a lot, and you know, people were coming into the chat saying, why aren't you putting the game on? You got to put the game on. But I can't do that because of copyright laws. So, and I have put that in the description this time. If you look at the description, I am not showing the game due to copyright laws. I am watching along with people in the chat. So, not putting the game on. So I feel like a lot of you probably know that by now. But then you always get one or two people coming in at some point just saying, giving you some crap because you don't got the game on. But here we go. Giancarlo Stanton. He's been red hot. Oh, Giancarlo Stanton! Oh my God. Jesus. Wow, long single. I literally said he is red hot, and then he just tatered it. Wow, the longest single imaginable. As you can see, that mine came in pretty late. So, but what are we guys saying? 125 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? Yeah, Bay Area Rays. That was that was a little scary. I feel like the camera, he just immediately shot the camera up because it looked like he hit a bomb. So, in a lot of other parks, that's probably gone. But because of the monster, I mean, that would be close to being gone. So, I mean, hey, good play there. Good play for Alex Verdugo to get that back in quick. He fired that ball back in. Here we go. Joey Gallo's up. So, Joey Gallo, always a threat. Joey Gallo, I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with him down the stretch. We all know Joey Gallo. You're not going to get a great batting average out of him. I don't know. His on-base and batting average was pretty lame down the stretch. He hit some home runs with the Yankees, but, I don't know. Kind of wish, I don't want, as a Red Sox fan, I don't wish it, but, just for baseball sakes, you would think, you would like to have Joey Gallo get a few more hits. Jason, not liking all the early contact. Yeah, that's one thing with Nathan Eovaldi. It's funny with how hard he throws. I mean, you would think, probably a lot of strikeouts from him. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. He tends to give up more contact than you would think. So that's one thing with the Yankees. They're going to be aggressive against him because they know they can put the bat on the ball with him. 142 people in the chat. What's going on? Yeah, Jarrett Cole hit under 200. I mean, but that's kind of a thing. I feel like people have accepted that with Joey Gallo because that's just how he is, What else are we saying here? Yeah, Kier, he was jogging. He did. I think everyone thought it was gone, especially, the people at home watching. Because the camera just, completely shot up. Gotta say, everyone, it feels pretty good to be doing these watch-alongs again in the postseason. That was a lot of fun last postseason, considering how just rough of a year it was, and it was just fun, to be able to do those watch-alongs. I felt like I did a watch-along, every single night, it felt like. I think I streamed pretty much every night for a month straight. That was a ton of fun. We gained a lot of subscribers that month. I think we gained, definitely over 1,000 subscribers that month. So that was pretty fun. What else we got here? Yeah, TV. Yeah, 199 average for Joey Gallo. Yeah, Raptor Jesus, man. I love me. It just feels kind of, I don't know. I'm that way when, so I'm a wrestling fan. I used to be a huge wrestling fan when I was younger. I still kind of chime in a little bit, but I'll put a watch along thing, kind of on my phone while I'm watching it. I don't know. It's just, I always like the watch alongs. Here we go. Oh, and he strikes him. He strikes him out. Nathan Eovaldi, a bit of a scare from Giancarlo Stanton, but he gets out of it with the strikeout of Joey Gallo. Here come the Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the inning. Off to a good start here. A bit of a scare from Stanton, but, You got to watch out for Stanton. He's going to be swinging for the moon. All righty, 154 people here after the top of the first. Welcome, everyone. And you know, and I'm talking about how I enjoy doing these watch-alongs, but this is the first watch-along in the playoffs with the Red Sox. So I promise you, hey, Giraffe Neck Robbie, he's not going to be here. I'm going to look at this as, you know, sure, maybe a bit of my Red Sox fanism will come out a little bit, but for you all at home, I'm going to do as I always do. I'm going to look at it right down the middle. So Sound FX, what's going on? Honestly, the watch-alongs were how I found your channel. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Heck, it was really invigorating for my support for baseball as a sport and how it brings people. If I'm honest, it's been a great thing to watch. Sound FX, I appreciate you, man. You've been coming out for a long time, man. So I know you're Atlanta Braves. I know you're excited to watch them. And, hey, definitely, hopefully we can get some Atlanta Braves watch-alongs here this coming month. What I'm going to be doing, you know, I'm going to be honest, everyone, you know, I feel like my schedule this year, if you don't know, I'm a teacher full time. I feel like it's just been, last year, it was a little more laid back. I don't know, because there were a lot of kids at home last year just because of the pandemic and everything. This year, everyone's back to school. It has felt so hectic this year. I've just felt so much more drained. And, but yeah, so what I'm going to be doing, what's going to be more practical for me, is just to do post-game stuff. So expect more post-game coverage. But all, you know, game 5s, game 7s, I'm going to be doing watch-alongs. Or maybe I'll hop on sometimes, you know, for, you know, like a game 2 or, you know, game 4 or something like that. But more likely you're going to be seeing more game 5 and game 7 watch-alongs. But for the World Series, I'll be live every single game. So I will be making that promise for all of you. Every single World Series game, I will be live watching along for the whole thing. So for post-game, you know, for everything else, post-game stuff kind of makes a little more sense with kind of just how my work schedule is and everything right now. Yeah, so it's just a busy time. But I'll definitely be going live pretty much it's going to be every single night. Some nights are going to be a little late just because there's a couple of games that, you know, on the West Coast. I think there's one game this coming week. I think it's whoever ends up playing the Giants. I think it comes on at like 9:30 Eastern time. So, I mean, it's going to be a pretty late night, you know, going live. So, Jared Cole, I left my question under you. You're saying, oh yeah, Jared. Yeah, I got locked out of my Instagram. It's so annoying. It's asking me to verify my phone number, but the phone number that it's asking me to verify, it's my old phone number. So, and I tried, you know, doing, you know, the thing where I contact Instagram or I send a thing to them saying I don't have access to that number, and you do like this. You do like a selfie thing, and that's like supposed to verify who you are, and I do that, but then it ends up going back to that screen where I have to verify the old phone number. So like, I don't know, it's like some kind of I don't know what the word is. It's like, I don't know, something's just broke. I literally cannot get on my Instagram. So I haven't used Instagram in about, I don't know, 3 weeks now. I didn't know, like, I really use my Instagram a lot anyway, but I go on there, look at memes. That was kind of my thing for going on there, just looking up some good juicy memes, you know? Yeah, so that's been pretty annoying. So, oh, Blade, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing? Oh, Raptor Jesus. I mean, I think with the Tigers, I mean, you're definitely going to, I mean, I think you're going to see the Tigers in the postseason sooner rather than later. So, Kyle Schwarber, oh, he just got under it. He had a really good swing right there. Let's take a look here. As a Jays fan, I'm just here to see the Yankees lose. Chuck Norris has spoken. HX VAC RBLX. Do you think JD Martinez is a big effect? You know, JD Martinez hasn't hit too well against the Yankees this year. If I actually pull up some numbers with JD Martinez. So that's, you know, when I first saw that, I'm like, oh, No, JD. You know, oh, that's going to be a big blow. But, you know, funny enough, JD Martinez has actually not hit very well against the Yankees this year. If you go take a look at the splits versus the Yankees, he's only hit 186 against the Yankees this year. Had a couple of homers, but a lot of strikeouts. Didn't walk very much against them. So this could end up being kind of a blessing in disguise. So, you know, so in the DH spot, I mean, hey, you know, you got a Kyle Schwarber here that can nicely step in for you in the DH role. So, and you still, for the outfield, you're still going to have Verdugo, you're going to have Renfroe, you're still going to have Kike Hernandez. So I think this ends up working out like pretty well. Let me actually go pull up Kyle Schwarber. Rafael Devers coming to the plate. Oh, this internet. Are we here? The internet, everyone, has been lagging. All right, looks like we're back online. Okay, we're good now. Sorry about that, everyone. I was taking a look at Kyle Schwarber's splits here. How's he done against the Yankees? I was just saying, this internet, you know, I don't know what it is. Like, I've reset the router, and then it just wants to just refresh itself. It's incredibly annoying. Pulling up Kyle Schwarber's splits here against the Yankees this year. I mean, Schwarber's, you know, hey, he's at 259 against the Yankees this year in 8 games. So I think it's going to end up being fine for Schwarber to take over for JD tonight. So Timber Wolf, Robbie, I got offered baseball scholarships. That's awesome, man. Good for you. To two schools so far, Virginia and Boston College. I mean, I feel like, I'm biased. I mean, I would say Boston College. In the end, you know, realistically, I think you got to go. I don't know. I guess you got to look at. I don't know. I wish I could kind of help you out. Just I don't have experience in that department. I would think you got to kind of weigh a lot of things. You know, who is going to offer you more money? Who's got a great program? I mean, Boston College has a great program, and Virginia has a good one too. I know Boston College, you've had a lot of good players come out of there. You know, what area do you also want to live in? There's a lot of things you got to kind of factor in. I think a lot of it, you know, it's going to come down to who, you know, are they both full scholarships? I mean, if so, then that's fantastic. You know, if not, which one's giving you more? I think that's something to factor in as well. But yeah, I think there's a lot of things you kind of have to weigh there. In the end, I think you just got to go with your gut. You know, whatever feels right, you know, just go with your gut in the end. That's what I think. But also listen to your family, you know. But in the end, listen to your gut. I think that's going to be the big thing. So, but congratulations, man. That is fantastic. You know, to get scholarship offers for 2 fantastic colleges like that. Absolutely, man. Definitely. Either way, I think you can't really go wrong. I mean, I know you've had a lot of good players come out of Boston College. I'm not too familiar with Virginia. I'd have to go look at, you know, see what players have come out of there. Let me actually go look. Here we go. Best baseball players. Virginia. These are the top draft prospects. Here we go. University. It's University of Virginia, right? Oh, wow. You've had a lot of good players. Oh, wow. Oh, you got Ryan Zimmerman. Yeah, you got Pavin Smith. Daniel Lynch there. Let's go take a look at Boston College. Here, let's do... I mean, you just had Sal Frelick recently. We are watching the game, everyone, but I'm responding to something in the chat. Recently, Justin Dunn. Like I said, you had Sal Frelick. Michael King, who's on the Yankees now. Who am I thinking of? I feel like there's someone here. Who am I missing here? Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm getting it confused with something else. Maybe I'm thinking kind of just recently that Sal Frelick came out of Boston College. I don't know. I think in the end, you know, think about the programs. You know, think about, you know, what teams are, you know, what program do you like? You know, what coaching staff, who's offering more money, you know, something like that. So, but definitely listen to your family as well. So, I mean, hey, it's a big decision, but in the end, go with your gut. That's my way of life. Whatever your gut's telling you, your gut's usually right. So, sound FX. Anybody not going to mention Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt's so good with the baseball. Here we go. Alex Rodriguez is here in the chat. Oh, that's deep. Gone. Home run for Xander Bogaerts. 1-0, 2-0 Red Sox. Let's go! Woo! Oh. Aaron Boone just blew the biggest stress bubble. The biggest stress bubble gum bubble. Bogaerts ripped that one. Whew. Here comes the home run cart. There it is. I hope my prediction was wrong. I picked the Yankees to win this. I picked the Yankees. Let's hope my prediction was wrong. That's the one thing about my predictions. I don't care if they're wrong, but I mean, I hope I'm wrong. So, wow. Cole, man, he is just so... I don't know what it is. He missed his location on that. He is really struggling with control this past month. He's not hitting his spots a lot. He's been very hittable. You know, he's had a couple of rough outings. So, man, 2-0 Red Sox. Let's go. But it's very early, everyone. Very early. What are you guys saying here in the chat? Sound FX, first kill. Holy smokes, the X-Man strikes. He got into that one. Good thing I caught it because I was looking at my computer. Kier Owens, I don't want to face Hunter Renfroe. He kills us. I feel like Hunter Renfroe has just been killing everyone this year. He's just on a mission this year. Ethan's Tech World. Can't stand A-Rod. Not a Red Sox or Yankees fan, but I can't stand the Yankees. Ever so slightly less annoying than the Astros. I think a lot of people, you know, not a big A-Rod fan, but I feel like people have learned to like him a little bit more. He gives great insight, man. If you go to his channel, I mean, the guy has a lot of great videos on, you know, just baseball instruction. You know, he really has a lot of good stuff. He has great stories as well. You know, go watch him. He was on the Jared Carabas, David Ortiz podcast. It's a great episode. Great episode. That he told a lot of good stories. I've actually learned to appreciate A-Rod a little bit more over the years. I just like listening to, you know, kind of hearing. I always appreciate any kind of insight you can have, you know, behind the scenes, behind closed doors. And A-Rod he gives a lot of great stories. But Rahul, is this a one-game wild card? Yes, one game. You know, I was actually, you know, kind of reading up on a couple of things. And, you know, a lot of people, I wonder if we're eventually going to get to a 3-game series, you know? I don't think it would be anytime soon. But I wonder. I think a lot of people really liked the idea of a one-game wild card. But I think over the years, you know, you got to think. When you got the Dodgers tomorrow, you know, the Dodgers, they won 106 games. And, oh, wait, I'm not even on the, sorry about that, everyone. Well, you got 106 games that you won this year, and they got to play a one-game wild card. It's like, I mean, what a fantastic season for the Dodgers this year. And you still have to go to a one-game playoff. You know, I think a lot of people are okay with them being in the wild card game, you know, considering how well the Giants played this year. But I think a lot of people are like, man, you know, you got to make it like a 3-game series. You know, I wonder if that eventually ends up happening. Yeah, Chris, I feel like, and I kind of said that from the start when they first introduced the wild card game. It kind of made sense to me to make it a 3-game series. Best out of 3. Ooh, Nathan Eovaldi. He's throwing some gas right now. Got Gleyber Torres up. You know, Scott Sterling, I was the same way. When I first saw the Hunter Renfroe signing, I was like, huh? But you know what? You got to trust Chaim Bloom, man. You know, got to trust him. Playboy Brian, what's going on? New to the channel. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Where did I get my jersey? Where did I get this jersey? I think I just got it at MLB.com. It was on sale. I think I got it. There was a big sale going on. I think I got it for like $80 at the time. I'm not sure what are they like around like 130, 140 right now. But I was able to get it for like $80. They had like some kind of a crazy sale going on. I was like, all right, I'll get a jersey. Oh, Joe Cronin is here. What's going on? We got a 2-0 game here. Red Sox off to a good start. Joe Cronin, welcome. What else we got here? Chaim is a flower blooming in Red Sox Nation. You know, Chaim Bloom, I was pretty optimistic when he came in. I mean, just because, you know, all the great work that he did with the Rays. But, you know, I wanted to see some moves with him. I wanted to kind of see what he could bring to the table. He had, you know, some pretty, you know, not flashy signings by any means, but signings that have just really worked out. I think Chaim Bloom, you know what I'm really excited for with the Chaim Bloom? I want to see what ends up being his first, I wonder if he ever makes one, but his first like big money signing. I want to see what it ends up being because he never got that chance with the Rays. Whoa, we got a super chat coming in. Joe Cronin, kaboom! What's going on? Joe Cronin, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. What is tonight? It's Tuesday? Oh, man, I was thinking Out of Nowhere was going to be on tonight. Has Out of Nowhere been on recently? Or am I just crazy? Or have I been missing it? I don't know. Yeah, Monday Night Raw last night, man. I mean, you know, I was the Gabe Stevenson signing or the draft pick, I thought that was interesting. I put that last night on your show. But, you know, I just thought it was really interesting just because I thought this guy was going to be in developmental or whatever for like a year. They're just pushing him. I mean, let's see what he ends up doing. I'm pretty excited about that. I guess it looks like they're going to go with the Kurt Angle treatment, you know, pretty early on. Have to wait and see. But Joe Cronin, thank you so much, my friend. Everyone, I'm talking a little wrestling right now. Joe Cronin, he has great wrestling coverage over there on his channel. Go check it out if you're a wrestling fan. Orioles is here. What's going on? I know that it's not the biggest signing in the world yet. What do you do with the Alcides Escobar signing? Was very solid last year. I don't know. I'd have to look into that a little bit more, Orioles. HX VAC RBLX in like the 1980s or 90s, I can't remember. My dad put a request to eat with Goose Gossage, and my dad put my grandma into it, and she won. Wow, look at that! And we got his world. That's awesome. What a story! That's fantastic. Wow, Goose Gossage. I'd love to go eat a meal with that guy. I mean, good grief. I mean, you can't like one of the, you know, those guys that played in like the 80s and stuff. I would love to just pick their brain about everything. I mean, God, you know, especially during that time, I'd just love to hear the stories. Would love to hear the stories. Nathan Eovaldi is looking pretty sharp here. Looking pretty sharp. Brett Gardner down on the K. Paul Hawaii, Undertaker will always be the greatest. Also, the Road Warriors. Undertaker, man, what a gimmick. What a gimmick. Blade, love the channel, especially the hot takes. Oh, and we took a bit of a break with the hot takes there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to start those back up eventually. Not playoff bound, but still had a ton of fun watching them. Oh, the Rockies. Excited for the future. You know, I think the Rockies are actually going to be a little closer than you might think, everyone out there. I think the Rockies, give them a couple of years. I think they'll be all right. You know, they got rid of the Nolan Arenado contract. and everyone ragged on them for paying what $50 million to get out of that contract. But I thought that was a smart move, because based off of how the market works in Major League Baseball, you kind of had to do that. You had to, based off of, algorithms and whatnot, and just the market itself, you had to pay a good amount of money to get rid of that contract, because Nolan Arenado, he was not worth what he was making. So the Cardinals, the only way that they were going to take him, of course, anyone would love a Nolan Arenado, but because of the value that he brought to the table, Nolan Arenado, he was not worth what he was getting paid. He's getting older as well. He's had some injuries. Even this year, I mean, sure, he hit for some power. He drove in runs, but the batting average wasn't all that great. The on base was kind of okay. And Nolan Arenado, every single year, he's not getting younger. I look at Nolan Arenado like a really good, like a new car. Like when you buy a new car, as soon as you take it off the lot, you just paid all that money for it, that value starts just going down and down and down and down. It's Nolan Arenado. If they wanted to get rid of that contract, they had to pay a lot of money to get out of that. And I think that was a good move for them, because they don't have to pay that contract anymore. So now they can use that money elsewhere. So I think they're going to use that money effectively over the next couple of years. So we'll see. They did actually just re-sign Senzatella today. So if anyone missed that, a 5-year extension. Super chat coming in. Matthew Palevsky. What are the Padres doing in the offseason? Rebuild? No. Matthew, thank you so much for the super chat. No, they're not going to rebuild. The Padres need to make effective signings. Look at what kind of like Chaim Bloom, I'm not trying to be biased here, but really look at the kind of the moves that Chaim Bloom made this past offseason. Bringing guys in on, smaller kind of contracts, but guys that can kind of fill the holes for you. And what I mean by holes is the Red Sox, they lacked a lot of depth. They lacked depth. They lacked flexibility. They don't have a lot of guys down there in the minor leagues, so they brought in some guys that can move around. Kike Hernandez they brought in. He can move around. He can play in the outfield. He can play second base. They brought in a Hunter Renfroe who fit very well. Strikeout for Nathan Eovaldi, striking out a Higashioka. Nathan Eovaldi, he's looking rather sharp right now. But I think the Padres need to make moves like that. Get guys that can kind of move around a little bit. They need pitching depth. Take a look at the moves, that Chaim Bloom made, like these low-key kind of moves. Bringing in a Garrett Whitlock in the Rule 5 draft. They got him for nothing, but look how effective he was. Bringing in a Nick Pivetta basically for free in a trade, with the Phillies, where they sent Brandon Workman over to the Phillies. There are so many, low-key signings that he made. A Hansel Robles, you basically got for nothing. He was bad with the Twins, but Chaim Bloom saw something. So the Padres need to make moves like that. They don't have a lot of resources in the minor leagues to play with. And, that payroll is not getting any lower. So they're in a very similar situation to what the Red Sox were in this past offseason. If the Padres can have that kind of an offseason that the Red Sox had, I think the Padres will be really good. They still have a lot of talent on that team. So the Padres, I don't see a rebuild. They need to add low-cost, high-value guys. And what I mean by low cost, I mean both, free agent low cost and also trades. Just get guys with, don't have to give up so much. That's what they need to do. They made the big moves already. Go make those smaller, low-key, but very valuable kind of moves. Those low-key signings are always the ones that end up being the ones that can bring you a championship. So, oh yeah, Combat Medic. They also brought back CJ Cron. I thought that's what the Rockies needed to do. I said that in my end-of-season power rankings. I said, why not bring back CJ Cron? I mean, first off, he had a really good season. Second of all, he was a pretty marketable guy for you. There's not really too much going on in terms, of Rockies baseball. But yeah, you had the Cron zone. I mean, I thought that was kind of a no-brainer. Why not? It's not like you really had anyone else that could really jump in at that position, so why not? I thought C.J. Cron coming back on, not a very expensive contract was, I thought it was a good move. It's a win-win if you ask me. Ethan's Tech World, I really hope Kyle Lewis can get his knee injury situation buried, because if it's Lewis, Kelnick, Haniger, Julio eventually. Yeah, Kyle Lewis, I feel like they really missed him this year. They did. That was a bat where I feel like that really could have it made them a little bit more consistent and not have to rely on those late game heroics. Matthew Palevsky with another super chat. Guardians owner said they will spend some money this offseason after rebranding. What kind of moves should they make? I know, weird calling them the Guardians. And I said this a couple of weeks ago in the power. Actually, I think I said it in the end of the season power rankings. I feel like the Indians, look out for them. I think they're gonna be some sneaky buyers. Because you got to think from a marketing standpoint, from a business standpoint, you want to have a good season next year if you're the Guardians. You want to have, some playoff baseball, because you don't want to go through this whole rebrand. You don't want to have these new jerseys, new feel. It was already kind of a move that was pretty 50-50. I feel like actually a lot of people didn't like the name change. So how do you get those people back? Well, you got to win some baseball. You bring winning baseball back to Cleveland. Put a competitive team out there that can go for that division. That's how you get those people back. To be honest, there's going to be a lot of people that really got turned off of the name change. I mean, I'm not going to get into, the politics of it. That's just not my thing. But at the end of the day, if you want to bring some people back, you got to put a good baseball team on the field. That's how people want to see winning baseball at the end of the day. People in Cleveland, they want wins. So that's how you get them back. They got to spend some money. Oh, we got a new member. Mike Luxick has become a new member, an all-star to the channel. Mike Luxick, thank you so much, my friend, for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you, thank you. But Palevsky, I think they need some offense. I think definitely go get some bats. They had one of the worst offenses this year. I think another pitcher wouldn't hurt. I think the Indians, they have some good pieces already. I mean, good thing you already got an all-star player year to year like a Jose Ramirez. You got Shane Bieber at the top of their rotation. That's a team that you can work with. So I think that's going to be. I think the Indians are still in pretty good shape, but they need to go spend some money, and I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be the move, or the moves that you need to make to put a good baseball team back on the field. So, Nahawand, welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Jared Cole, Enzo, he has the Rays beating the Giants. That was my pick last night. Chief Wahoo is without a job. Poor Chief Wahoo. I wonder what they're. I'm guessing they're gonna go with kind of like what the what do you call those guys? Like I guess a guardian as your mascot. So basically just a big old muscular dude, and so I think that's going to be kind of probably their new mascot. Guardians logo looks like the classic Angels logo. Yeah, it reminds me of that a little bit. Yeah, Paul Hawaii, they need to do something. And good thing because they traded away a Francisco Lindor, so I mean, they got some pieces back for him, so that's not money that they're going to have to worry about now. So they can put that money to use elsewhere. Alex Rodriguez, Dodgers fans taking over this chat tomorrow. I'm expecting. I was kind of expecting a few of you guys to come out tonight. I'm expecting more tomorrow night, just because there's a lot of Dodgers fans out there. So a lot of Red Sox, Yankees fans too. Oh, that's hit deep. Oh, hits the wall. There we go. Kevin Plawecki. That's one thing about Kevin Plawecki this year. This guy is a doubles machine. Kevin Plawecki, he gets a ton of extra base hits. That is one thing about him where, man, oh man, he really comes through. Kevin Plawecki, very interesting for him to... well, he is the catcher for Nathan Eovaldi. It's just very interesting not seeing Christian Vasquez in a game like this. So, he has come through. That was almost a home run. Not surprised to see Kevin Plawecki get an extra base hit. Yeah, Chris Rodriguez, not a fan of the Guardians. Drax, the new mascot. Let's do it. What do we got? Enzo, Robbie, right? Why do you think the Rays will win? You know, I don't know what it's like. Well, first off, I really love the offense. I love all of the different kinds of bats you have in that offense. That bullpen is shut down, and they just plug the right guys in the right spots just so consistently. They just find ways to beat you. I can't even really explain it, if that makes it. If they just find ways to win. And I think, you know, Kevin Cash, you know, he learned a lesson last year with the, you know, the Blake Snell move. I don't think he's going to make a move like that again. I think Kevin Cash, he learned something last year in that World Series game, and I think they're going to make it back. I think they have enough to get by the Yankees. I think they have enough to get by the White Sox, you know, or the Red Sox or the Astros. I think the Rays are just so talented. They're a hungry team. They just want it. They just got a good thing going on down there. But the big thing is that they're just so tough to beat. And I feel like that team, that offense is already so much better than what it was last year. And they're just, I mean, sure, they don't have a Tyler Glasnow, you know, someone like Blake Snell, you know, Charlie Morton, you know, not having either of those guys, you know, in this postseason. I mean, obviously that's not going to be easy. But if you go back to those guys in the postseason last year, you know, Blake Snell looked really good in the World Series. You know, Charlie Morton definitely looked pretty good at times, you know, but Tyler Glasnow struggled to go deep into games. I think in the end, I think the Rays, they're going to just, and this is just my opinion, this is just, you know, my prediction. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm wrong a lot with predictions, but I'll hit a few here and there. But with the Rays, what I just like about them, or what I hate about them, is they just find ways to win. And that offense is just so much better than what it was last year. So, yeah, I just like that it's just it's always an organizational effort at the end of the day. There's so many different people behind the scenes that people don't think about. You know, you got to think of all these people that are in the analytics departments. You got to think of just the coaching staff, you know, kind of the insights that they look into, you know, that they bring to the table. There's so many people in these organizations that no one really no one really thinks about. Everyone's always, you know, a lot of people are always just looking at the players on the field. But there's so many people behind the scenes. In Tampa, that organization is just so well run. And, you know, I mean, the lowest payroll year to year. And look, they were so close last year, 2 wins away. But they have just so much talent this year, and that offense is just nasty. So that's kind of my, you know, why I'm picking the Rays. So here we go. Runner on second. Bobby Bombs Dahlbeck is up. 25 home runs from Bobby Dahlbeck this year. Everyone's chanting Bobby. Bobby. Oh, he got him. He got him. Garrett Cole. That was a nasty slider right there. Enzo, I think the Giants might... Here's the thing. Enzo, you're saying the Giants might have the upper hand. I'm going to be honest. I picked the Giants and the Rays in the World Series, and I went with the Rays. If those two end up in the World Series, that could go either way, because the Giants are so well run too. Like, that is almost, to me, like an impossible World Series to pick. I'm just going with the Rays, you know, in that situation, just because they were so close last year. And, you know, I don't know. It's kind of like a hunch kind of a thing. You know, the Giants, I would not be surprised at all to see the Giants win at all. So, absolutely. The Giants are so good, and I think they're so underrated. You know, it's so funny because the Giants, the most wins in Major League Baseball this year, and they're still underrated. Fangraphs not even giving the Giants any kind of a chance. World Series odds. The Giants, you know, they're not at the top of those. I think the Giants, they're incredibly underrated. I would not be surprised at all to see the Giants win it. I'm just going with the Rays. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a little East Coast biased on my end. I don't know. I just really like what the Rays bring to the table, but I really like what the Giants bring to the table as well. So when I did those predictions, I was having a kind of a tough time with it. And I just went with the Rays because they were there last year, and they were so close. So I think my prediction is they get back there, and they get the job done. Yeah, Alex Rodriguez, that's a nasty slider he's got going on. I think Garrett Cole, I feel like he's going to end up settling down. I know he just gave up the double to Plawecki here, already giving up a home run, but that slider's looking pretty good. I think you're going to see Garrett Cole kind of maybe start settling in here in a little bit. Looking pretty sharp. Mad King Tyler, Giants bringing back 2018 Red Sox. You know, it's really funny, Mad King. You know, that really kind of reminds me of the 2018 Red Sox. They were just so good. Like from start to finish, they were just such a good team. You know, and just the Giants have been that this year too. Ooh, big K there from Garrett Cole, 99, pumping it. I think you're going to see Garrett Cole start to settle in here. Urban the introvert, you must be geeked right now. I'm pretty geeked. I can't lie. This is pretty wackadoodle, you know, coming in, you know, to this postseason, seeing my Red Sox in postseason baseball. Like, are you kidding me? This is whack. Cole, 39 pitches in 2 innings. I think Cole, like I said, I think you're gonna start seeing him settle down here a little bit. He looks like he's got his mojo here. I think you're gonna see Cole. He's going to make it through 6. That's going to be my prediction. I think Cole, he's going to throw some shutout ball over the next few innings here. What else we got? Raptor Jesus Cole with a couple of Ks. He's not going to not pitch very deep with that pitch count. I mean, he's definitely going to have to turn it around now. So he's going to have to start locking these guys down for sure. Jason looking sharp, more like yeah, he did face the bottom of the lineup. That is true. Bobby Dahlbeck is also prone to strikeouts, but maybe that's what he needs, you know? Going up against the bottom of the lineup there, maybe that's where he gets his mojo back a little bit when he goes back to the top of the lineup. Hey, maybe he'll be a little more he looked a little tight there, you know, starting this game, going up against that top of the order. They were going pretty aggressive against him, so maybe second time through the lineup, maybe he ends up kind of figuring it out. Sound FX, if I'm honest, I just feel like everyone's still sleeping on Atlanta. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Atlanta. If you go to a lot of the predictions from all of the experts out there, a lot of people are picking the Brewers. I'm not surprised because people are just looking at the wins and the losses. I mean, the Brewers, 95 wins. That's really solid. People are looking at that Braves record, 88 wins, and it doesn't look impressive. So, but when you really look into what the Braves have done over the second half, they're very good. So, yeah, Morton, Fried, Anderson. I mean, it's very good. Ferocious offense, defense. Hey, I think the Braves. I mean, look at how they were so close last year. So close. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Braves make it back to the World Series. I wouldn't be surprised. Or make it back to the championship series and then go to the World Series. Oh, they just showed a picture of Pedro throwing Don Zimmer down. I thought that was kind of funny. They kind of kept Pedro's they kept Pedro out of the frame. Pretty funny. They just had Don Zimmer going to the ground. Pretty funny that they kept Pedro out of the frame. Jared Cole, if a player absolutely rakes in a certain city, do you think he'll at least consider signing there? I think in the end, I think that could be a small factor. If it were me, if I was, you know, in the free agent market, if I was a baseball player or an athlete and I played really well in a certain place, I feel like I would maybe consider it a little bit. But in the end, for me personally, it's going to come down to, you know, do I have a family? First off, you know, where are me or my family going to want to go? That's a big thing. I think a lot of people don't consider that a lot. I know these guys can kind of get up and go wherever, but a lot of people, they have personal lives. You know, I think a lot of people, even myself sometimes, kind of forget that these are real people and they have real things going on, you know, behind the scenes. So I think there's a lot of factors that really go into it. But if you're really looking at just kind of, you know, from a baseball point of view, I think it just depends. Like players, you know, they want to go to a contender. How is the organization looking? You know, are they rebuilding? Are they, you know, in contention? You know, where's the state of the organization? You know, so I think like someone like a Corey Seager, you know, this coming off season, I think, I don't know, I feel like he could end up going, you know, anywhere, you know, because he's won a championship. I think he wouldn't be against going somewhere like, you know, the Tigers that maybe they're not quite there. You know, I think it comes down to the pitches of the organizations as well. You know, there's something about having like a good, it's weird because, you know, when I was a teacher or when I first became a teacher, I had a few interviews and, you know, in all honesty, like I was going to take whatever job I ended up getting, but I got offered a couple of different jobs. And in the end, I kind of went with a school where I just felt right. You know, the school that I'm at currently, I've been there, you know, this is my 8th year now with that school. I had another offer for another school, you know, to go there where they offered me a job. They were both different grade levels, you know, and it didn't matter really to me kind of where I was going to go grade level wise. But in the end, I had a really good interview with the school that I'm currently at. So went there. It just felt right. And 8 years later, I'm still there. So, anyway. Kanav Bansal, I feel like Cole is going to give another run. And Eovaldi probably going to give 1 to 2 runs. I think the Yankees, I just know how these Red Sox-Yankees games go. You know, Red Sox jump out to an early lead. Yankees jump out to an early lead. One of these teams are going to start chipping away, you know, whoever's down. I think the Yankees will start chipping away. I know these games all too well. Sure, the Red Sox got a lead right now, but a lead with this Yankees team, it's never comfortable. Never comfortable. I still remember Game 7 of the 2004 championship series when the Red Sox came all the way back. The Red Sox were up like what? You know, they ended up winning that game like 10-3. They were up 6-0 after Johnny Damon hit a grand slam. Or was it 6-0, 7-0? Can't fully remember the score. I think it was 6-0. I was still not comfortable. Still not comfortable. Ethan's Tech World. I teach 2nd grade. You know, a bit of a weird year for me, and this is why it's also been kind of busy this year. I actually started this year in 4th grade. I got moved to 4th, and we ended up having some teachers get cut for budget. So the whole school kind of had to reshuffle, and in the process, you know, a teacher in 2nd grade got moved to another grade. And so because I had experience in 2nd grade, they moved me to 2nd grade. So it's been a bit of a tiring year. There's been so many different things going on. So, yeah, 2nd grade I've done mostly for my career. Anthony Rizzo's up here. Nathan Eovaldi. Nathan Eovaldi's still looking pretty good. Good-looking pitch count right now. 37 pitches at the moment here in the top of the 3rd. 1 out, 2-2 count to Anthony Rizzo. William Berry. 0-3 ALCS with Aaron, Fleep, and Boone. You know, with me personally, I went to bed. I couldn't watch. I just couldn't watch. After Pedro, you know, Grady Little came out, didn't take him out, gave up the lead. I waited around for another inning or so to see if the Red Sox could do something. I saw that Yankees bullpen was looking good. I knew it was over. I knew. I was 13 years old at the time, but I knew it was over. You had this gut feeling that the Yankees were winning that game. Nathan Eovaldi with another strikeout. Another strikeout for Nathan Eovaldi. 4 Ks on the night. Striking out Anthony Rizzo. He's looking really good. Hey, don't underestimate Nasty Nate in the postseason. Who remembers that that outing against the Dodgers, Game 3 in the World Series back in 2018? Oh, that's hit deep. But he is there to make the catch. And the Red Sox are out of the 3rd. Nathan Eovaldi, 3 scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts so far. Nathan Eovaldi is looking very sharp. But yeah, that 2003 ALCS, Yeah, I went to bed. I couldn't watch because I knew what was going to happen. I'm so glad I didn't watch that live because I probably wouldn't have slept that night. I mean, I remember waking up the next morning. And I remember I turned on ESPN and I'm like, I knew what I was going to see. I knew what I was going to see. Yeah. So I did not watch that live. I could have, but Blade, vote Robbie to announce the World Series games. I'll be here for the World Series games. I'm going to be honest. You know, YouTube, they were doing those live games, where they were broadcasting games. I would love to be one of the guys on there. I would love that. You know, they also had all these baseball YouTubers that were in the chat. I mean, still a little salty. I couldn't be in the chat. I was never able to get in. You know, I kind of wish I was. It would have been nice to at least be, because they were invite only for the chat for those games. You know, I was kind of like, man, you know, can I get in on this? You know, there were some people in there, you know, no disrespect, but there were a couple of them that played. I think they were MLB The Show channels, and they were kind of in on there. Had like 1,000, 1,500 subscribers, something like that. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I kind of would like to get in on this. Can I get in on this Major League Baseball? Can I please get an invite to this? I never got an invite. So we'll have to wait and see if I can get in on it next year. Kira Owens. My prediction was the Yankees to win this. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, Ethan's World. I mean, I had Jolly Olive. He actually told me that he said that MLB asks the people that were already like invited. They'll ask again, like if there's anyone else to add. And Jolly Olive told me he would put my name in the hat. So we'll see if we end up getting the invite. That'd be pretty cool. The commentating during those were horrendous. You'd be so much better than those guys. I appreciate that. Donald Holsclaw Watchman on the wall. What a name. Has just subscribed. You know, I'll be honest. Like, as a kid, I'm sure you all have done this with MLB The Show, or for me, it was MVP Baseball. I would put it on mute, and I would commentate by myself. I would sit there and I would just commentate the games. You know. I don't know. As a kid, I loved doing that. So commentating is kind of one of those sort of dream jobs for me where I would really love to do something like that. I don't have like the college experience to be able, I don't know how the heck I would even get a gig like that. But I wonder if I could ever get into, you know, start off small somewhere, maybe like an independent baseball league, you know, kind of build up a bit of a resume. I would love to be a commentator one day, but you know, so many people now, like, they need to have the college experience. They got to have a degree. I don't know. I don't even know where you would even start. Maybe independent baseball somewhere down the road. We could be a commentator. So, alrighty. But yeah, we'll end up seeing if we can at least get into the YouTube MLB chat next year. We'll have to wait and see. But here's Kyle Schwarber. 957 OPS with the Red Sox. He's been very good. Oh, that's hit deep. Kyle Schwarber, deep to right, deep into the night. Gone. 3-0 Red Sox. A lot of people question the Kyle Schwarber move at the deadline, thinking why is Chaim Bloom not going after more pitching? But the Kyle Schwarber trade is looking pretty good right now for the Boston Red Sox. Kyle Schwarber is in the cart. He's getting all the high fives. And the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third with a 3-0 lead. I was thinking Garrett Cole, he was starting to look a little sharp, but it looks like maybe that was just because of the bottom of the order. Whoever said that in the chat, Looks like you were right, my friend. He was benefiting with the bottom of the order, and Garrett Cole is starting to look a little rattled. The Red Sox are getting all the breaks right now. Kike Hernandez with a swinging bunt hit. And the Red Sox have another runner on. All the dominoes are falling in the Red Sox favor at the moment. Kyle Schwarber, if you go back to in his first at-bat, he put a pretty good swing on the ball. He had just missed that pitch. He did not miss this one. Go back to that first at-bat. That swing looked fantastic. But he just missed. He did not miss this time. Rafael Devers, 38 home runs on the year. Rafael Devers came up big for the Red Sox in game 162 to help them get to this game. Can Rafael Devers keep this Red Sox offense clicking? An 890 OPS on the year, 279 average, 38 home runs, 113 RBIs. A fantastic offensive season for Rafael Devers. While Xander Bogaerts was more of the complete player for the Red Sox this year, Rafael Devers was by far the best bat for the Boston Red Sox. Kira Owens, you know, maybe this is my game plan from now on. I'm going to make all the bad predictions to help in my favor. So I'm going to pick against the Red Sox every single time now. And hey, we're going to win a World Series. What can we say? Giraffe Neck Robbie is starting to come out, everyone. Giraffe Neck Robbie is coming out. I'm just kidding. I gotta stay the course. Got to stay down the middle. As soon as Giraffe Neck Robbie comes out, I mean, that's when we're going to start losing. Devers is 24. So is Austin Riley. You got to love all these young players in the game now. That just goes to show how good just the player development is in Major League Baseball and minor league baseball as well now. It's just so good because you're seeing so many of these young players. Rafael Devers, Austin Riley, Ronald Acuna Jr., Fernando Tatis Jr. There's so many players under the age of 25 that are just fantastic. The Yankees should have never let Nathan Eovaldi go. I mean, you could say the same thing for the Rays. I mean, Garrett Cole, fastball, out wide, 2-1 count. Hey, Vlad Jr. as well. I mean, there's so many. I can't believe I forgot Vlad Jr. Oh my, the Yankees already having Clay Holmes warming up in the pen. Clay Holmes was fantastic for the Yankees after being traded from the Pittsburgh Pirates. But to see Clay Holmes warming up in the bullpen, that is, yeah. Ooh. Garrett Cole, that breaking pitch is still looking pretty good. Still looking pretty good. Kanav Bansal, I'm a cricket fan. Ooh, and I'm new to baseball. And this is just amazing to watch. Also love the Giraffe Neck Mark reference. I mean it all in good fun. Not trying to pick on Giraffe Neck Mark, but there is a little bit of bias. He picks the Mets all the time. Matthew Pilevsky with a $2 super chat. Just checked on John Boy. Real quiet, real salty. Man, oh man. I'm feeling for John Boy at the moment. But you know what? Hey, John Boy, if you're out there, for some reason you're watching this right now, don't quit on your Yankees. This Yankees offense can come alive at any moment. One swing from Giancarlo Stanton can change the game. One swing from Aaron Judge can change the game. No way. Absolutely not. This game's not over. While this is exciting, you got a couple of big hits from the Red Sox here. This game is far from over. It's only the bottom of the third. I'm not going to be that naive. Here's Rafael Devers, full count. That's out wide. Rafael Devers draws the walk, and the Red Sox got runners on first and second here. Garrett Cole already at 50 pitches here in the bottom of the third, and there's no outs. Garrett Cole, he's thinking, what do I got to do here against this Red Sox offense? Seems like he just doesn't got the feel. There's times where some of these pitches are looking really crisp, and there's times he's missed his spots. He missed his spot with a Xander Bogaerts, missed his spot with Kyle Schwarber, and they both took him deep. I don't like the Yankees panicking, warming up in the pen right now. This game is far from over, and they're already getting the pen ready. I don't think that's a good idea. Just saying. I agree. Oh, wow. Garrett Cole is out of the game. The highest paid pitcher, well, was the highest paid pitcher at one point, is coming out of the game. Garrett Cole's night is over, and you got to think Yankee fans all across New York, the Northeast, the United States of America, the world are thinking, what the heck just happened? Garrett Cole is out, and Clay Holmes is coming in. But you know what? I don't think this is a bad move. You know, Garrett Cole, I thought maybe he could get himself back on track. I did say it. I was thinking, you know what? I think Cole's going to settle down. I think he's going to get through, 6 innings. That was what I was thinking. But hey, I was proven wrong, and Garrett Cole ended up just not having it. But I think this is the right move. As surprising as that is, this could end up being a blessing in disguise. And I'm going to give you 2 reasons why. First off, this Yankees bullpen is phenomenal. They've been good all year. Don't forget about a Luis Severino. That guy, he's an X factor here. You can have a Luis Severino come in, and he can give you a couple innings. Clay Holmes is going to come in right now. He warms up quickly. Don't be surprised to see a Luis Severino sooner rather than later. But another blessing in disguise this could end up being. If the Yankees can find that offense, if they can find their mojo, if they can get clicking here a little bit, Garrett Cole, he only threw, what was it, 50 pitches? I think it was 50. I think I said 50 a second ago. Garrett Cole only threw 50 pitches. If the Yankees can somehow win this game, I mean, you can have Garrett Cole sooner rather than later in that Rays series. And, hey, I think this is the best move the Yankees could have made. Turn to that bullpen. That bullpen has been nails for you all year. So, but from the out, from just looking at this, it doesn't look great for the Yankees. But I refuse to be naive. I am not going to let up at all. Absolutely not. Garrett Cole, in the end, though, an extremely frustrating night. Extremely frustrating. I'm kind of surprised he didn't start throwing stuff, to be honest. I mean, just didn't have it. Just didn't have it. He hasn't had it here for a little bit. So, a few starts now. He hasn't had it. Bauer is streaming. Really? Trevor Bauer is streaming? No, he's not. Stop it. Wow, he is. Oh, he put an update. Whoa. Trevor Bauer put an update video an hour ago. Trevor Bauer. Whoa, we got a Trevor Bauer signing, everyone. Trevor Bauer is hanging out with some of the guys. He is watching some Red Sox Yankees. I wonder if that's maybe a good sign for Trevor Bauer, because he's been staying away from social media for a while, just because of everything going on. I'm wondering if maybe that's kind of a good sign. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to really get into that, but I'm wondering, because I would think he would probably stay off of the YouTube platform. So, I'm wondering maybe all the legal things are kind of going in his favor a little bit, because he's not afraid to go on. So it's interesting. Very interesting. Said he was going to do more videos this offseason. I feel like Bauer, in the end, there's been a lot of, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I think Bauer, in the end, there is a lot of evidence that supports him, and there's a lot of non-evidence that supports him as well. In the end, I feel like Bauer is going to end up I feel like it's going to end up just being a wash. I think the whole thing is just going to get thrown out. Maybe there'll be some kind of a settlement. That's just my opinion. Don't take my word for it. But just kind of what I've seen, I feel like that's going to end up happening. But the fact that he's going on YouTube and he's streaming, I think that's pretty telling. Because I don't think he would go on there if it was going bad. So just for legal purposes, you know. You haven't heard anything about Trevor Bauer. That's the first time you've heard of Trevor Bauer in months. You know, he hasn't posted anything. So, but here we go. Clay Holmes on the mound, strikes out Xander Bogaerts here. Alex Verdugo is up. 144 people in the chat. Everyone, welcome to the Watchalong. We're going to be doing a lot of these this coming month. We're going to do a lot of post-game breakdowns. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. So I'm seeing some Marcus Stroman talk. Sound FX, not sure if this is the right move for Bauer. However, most of the info I've gotten about the court hearings are showing that the accuser may not be as believable. Yeah, no, and that's why you haven't seen the media or anything really talk about it. Because, unfortunately, I mean, like, it's... Well, you know the media, they're not going to talk about something if it's not going to, you know, work in their favor for the ratings. And yeah. Oh, that's a ground ball to the left side of the infield. On to second, on to first. Double play for the Yankees. That might have been just what they needed to maybe start building the momentum back in their favor. They're down 3-0 here early on, but they're coming up here in the top of the fourth. Can they build a rally to get back into this game? A double play might be something to get that started. It looks like bringing in Clay Holmes, at least as of right now, was the right move. Freddie Freeman is here in the chat. What is going on? I still think his time in LA might be short. I think that might be the best move for Trevor Bauer, to be completely honest. I mean, I don't know. You just had... I don't think his time with the Dodgers was necessarily bad. He probably enjoyed his time with the Dodgers, but... Man, if that were, I mean, I would never put myself in a situation like that, first off. But if that were me, if I got into some kind of a weird situation like that where I got, like, some legal issues, oh, my God, I would get out of there. I would just be like, all right, forget California. I'm out of here. We're going to go start fresh somewhere else. Hey, he doesn't got a family or anything to worry about, so he can get up and go wherever he pleases. So, yeah, Gerald, I agree. I mean, I think he's going to end up, you know, it's just funny because you see like ESPN and everything saying, oh, his, you know, they said they were going every single week. They were saying, oh, his paid leave was pushed back a week. It's like, all right, can we just like put a stop to this? You're only posting this for, you know, the ratings. You're only posting this for the clicks. I mean, that's all they had. But there's evidence to support him, and there's non-evidence to support him as well. Sound FX, in my opinion, I want Ozuna to stay a Brave and prove himself in 2022. Still has the talent and capability to be a great Brave, but he has to prove it both on and off the field. I agree. Urban the Introvert. Breaking news from the future. Red Sox beat the Yankees. Red Sox beat the Rays. White Sox beat the Red Sox. White Sox beat the Braves to win the World Series. We got a prediction in the chat from Urban the Introvert. White Sox are winning the World Series. You know, baseball is so unpredictable. I just do predictions for fun in the end. I'm wrong on a lot of things. I tend to lean more towards, you know, the analytical kind of stuff, you know, breaking things down. Predictions has never really seemed to be my forte, but I did pick the Dodgers to win the World Series last year. Not like that was anything groundbreaking by any means, but granted, I picked the Dodgers to beat the Twins in the World Series last year. But I did at least pick the Dodgers to win, and I said they would win in 6 games. So at least give me a little credit for that, right? Chris Baker, Sox need pitching. Sox pitching needs to be locked down. Yeah, they gotta. You kind of feel like maybe there was a bit of a momentum swing right there with that double play, but this is a big inning here for Nathan Eovaldi. Big inning, especially with Giancarlo Stanton coming up. Big inning. Yeah, Jerry, Trevor Bauer is actually streaming. That might be one of the biggest surprises so far. Could that end up being the biggest surprise in this postseason? Trevor Bauer streaming. Giancarlo Stanton swinging and missing. It's a 1-1 count. Paul Hawaii, winner of the AL wild card, will lose to the Giants. Oh. Ooh. So if the Red Sox win this, are you saying it's going to be a Red Sox-Giants World Series? I would not mind that at all. Would not mind that at all. No, Charles, it has 100 dislikes already. Oh, I got to go look at that. I already got 3 dislikes on here. Oh, 3 people. 4 people. I got 4 dislikes. Oh, man. 4 people did not like my face. Oh, Nathan Eovaldi, quick pitching, and a strikeout from Nathan Eovaldi. Sits Stanton down. Nathan Eovaldi's looking sharp. 5 strikeouts here through 3 1/3. Yeah, Eovaldi's on it. Eovaldi is on it. Yeah, Jerry, Eovaldi's fun to watch. I remember that extra inning game against the Dodgers where it went 18 innings. Was it 17? I can't remember. It was so long. Eovaldi was really fun to watch in that outing. Really fun. Trevor Bauer trying to build back his identity. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have to. I think time heals wounds. In the end, I feel like, I think Bauer will realize that he did some things that probably really weren't all that great. He definitely did not make some good decisions, but in the end, it's kind of one of those things where it took 2 to tango, if that makes any sense. So I think Bauer, either way, he's going to have to ease back into things. Especially on the social media platform. He knows he's going to get a bunch of dislikes and everything, and he knows he's going to get the comments. But over time, time heals wounds. I mean, like I was talking about Alex Rodriguez earlier. Not Alex Rodriguez that's in the chat, mind you. A-Rod, of course, one of the best players of all time. I mean, look how hated this guy was. Still, a lot of people still dislike Alex Rodriguez, but I mean, look how this guy was just the enemy of the baseball world. And now a lot of people have learned to like Alex Rodriguez. So, but yeah, Eovaldi's got that gas tonight, says Combat Medic. Robert Rothberg, no team intimidates the San Francisco Giants. Kapler, Giant Magic. That Giants team's on a roll. Let's see. Nahawan, could you imagine Bauer going back to the Guardians? Probably not. Would be an interesting story. But can Bauer opt out of his contract? Can he opt out? Does he have an opt out over the first year, right? I use this picture so much for my thumbnails. Oh, crap. I got my ad blocker on. There's a fly ball to center field. Kike Hernandez is under it. And there is the second out here in the 4th. I think he has an opt-out, right? $38 million the first year. Oh, yeah. So, he can opt out. So, I wonder. I mean, you got to think if you're the Dodgers. I mean, I don't know. Would the Dodgers want him to stick around? That's not been a very fun first year. A lot of the Dodgers, I will say, they really handled it very well. They really kept the I feel like you ended up not really hearing about Trevor Bauer all that much. So they did the best they could, to minimize, all the negative attention from it. There's a swing and a miss to Gleyber Torres. Knopf, is Gallo the worst acquisition at the trade deadline? I mean, I feel like he's given you some home runs. He's given you a couple of key moments. I wouldn't say he's the worst. Eovaldi, you just hear him. You hear him on the mound just chugging out there. Throwing 98. Throwing the high cheese. Dylan, I don't think Bauer would opt out. I don't know if any team would sign. That's another thing. You know, what kind of a contract is Trevor Bauer going to end up getting? So I feel like it might be in his best interest to opt in, you know, to stay. If he opts in, there's a pop-up. Gleyber Torres out of center field. Kike Hernandez has been busy out there. And there is the third out. Nathan Eovaldi is through 4. So let's see. Year 2 of the deal totals $47 million. It's $32 for the year, but should he opt out, the Dodgers will pay him another $15. So he can opt out after year 2, right? I think he has an opt out after each year, I believe, right? So let me go to Spotrac. They have the nice breakdown there. Yeah, so he has so he has a player option for each year. So I feel like it might benefit him to opt in, you know, just because if he opts out, is he going to get $32 million? You know, and our team's really going to be, you know, I don't know. I think he's going to end up staying with the Dodgers. That's just my opinion. Now, if it was a team option, I wonder if the Dodgers would bring him back. Jose Berrios to the Red Sox confirmed. Decent. I wouldn't mind a Jose Berrios. Give me a lot of money. I don't think that ends up happening. Like I was saying earlier, I wonder when Chaim Bloom is going to make like a big money move. Will he ever make a big money move? Chris Sampson, don't forget the Twins. You know, I was always wondering. Oh, whoops. I was always wondering if Trevor Bauer would, you know, would the Twins ever be an option for him? Bauer to the Red Sox? Probably not. I don't see that. The Red Sox they're always looking to you know, stay away from the negative spotlight. So that would be a lot. That would be just a lot of publicity on that. Stroman said he's open for a reunion in Toronto. And he talked a lot about. I could see Stroman maybe. I could see that. I don't think he's going to cost a lot, but I feel like Toronto. I feel like they need like a. I know they had Robbie Ray. I think Stroman would be good. I feel like Jose Berrios and Stroman are pretty similar pitchers, you know? So that'd be a pretty deep rotation at that point. Bauer to the Astros. Could you imagine? Sound FX. Bauer to the Braves would be really awkward. Just can't see it happening. Yeah, I don't see it happening, especially with money. Even if I think it would be somewhat cool, just don't think Anthropoulos and Brian Snicker would approve of it. Yeah. I don't think that happens. Would be a pretty nice fit, but here we go. Hunter Renfroe coming up to the plate. The Walmart version of Mike Trout. I heard someone say that again the other day, and I just always find it hilarious because he kind of has like that Mike Trout build. You know, when you look at Hunter Renfroe, he's kind of just built like a Mike Trout. You know. Oh, we got a new member. Combat Medic has become an MVP of the channel. Combat Medic, welcome, my friend. Make sure you join the Discord. That's for MVPs. Awesome. Combat Medic, thank you so much for becoming an MVP. Really appreciate that, my friend. Welcome, welcome. We're starting to build up the members for the channel. Hopefully we get a lot of new members. Looking to see that Discord become pretty active. So if anyone's interested in becoming a member for the MVP tier, you get access to the Discord. So it gives you instructions when you become a member. It has a link right there. So I'm not sure exactly where I need to visually see it, but yeah, thank you so much for becoming a new member of the channel. Really appreciate that. So Dylan Gaddy, I'm curious to see what Miami does this offseason. I feel they won't necessarily compete, but it could be a transitional year. I wonder if Miami, there's a base hit. Hunter Renfroe comes through, and the Red Sox, the offense just keeps on churning, and the Red Sox going to run around here. Clay Holmes is still on the mound for the Yankees. I wonder if eventually they go to a Luis Severino. I wonder if that ends up happening. Or do they just stick to what they've been using all year? Maybe you could see a Loaisaga eventually or a Michael King. Have to wait and see. But yeah, I think the Marlins, I think they need to get some bats. Definitely get some bats. I think that would be really good. Renfroe, a free agent. I think Renfroe is a free agent, right? I think he was assigned to a 1-year, $3 million deal. I cannot see my keyboard here. My microphone is in the way. I think it was a 1-year, $3 million. Yeah, 3.1. Oh no, he's arbitration. Oh yeah, sorry about that. He has arbitration. Yeah, no, he's not a free agent until 2024. So he'll be with the Red Sox for next year. Yeah, he was non-tendered. So as soon as Chaim Bloom saw that, he was like, ooh, I need me some Hunter Renfroe. Here's Kevin Plawecki. Had a double earlier on in this game. Oh, we're up to 173 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? Bold prediction for tomorrow. Cardinals beat the Dodgers by more than 5 runs. Could you imagine? Urban the introvert, Renfroe and Trout are twins. I know, right? That's why I thought it was the funniest thing. I don't know where I first saw it. I don't know if it was a meme or what, but when I saw Hunter Renfroe being called the Walmart version of Mike Trout, I thought that was just hilarious. Oh, is that Luis Severino right there? Oh, Luis Severino warming up. I'm not surprised. Is that Severino? I can't. My light is right in the way of where he was warming up on my TV. Yeah, I thought Severino, I would not be surprised to see him come into this game. I mentioned that earlier. Because Severino, the thing with him, you have to remember with Severino. Oh, there's another big double play. Big double play for Clay Holmes. And that was really good for them to bring him in last inning because Clay Holmes has a nasty sinker. So you're going to see a good amount of ground balls for him. So that was very good for the Yankees to bring him in last inning, and another big double play here for the Yankees. But not surprised to see Luis Severino warming up. Maybe some of you might be thinking, well, why didn't Luis Severino just come in last inning? Well, you got to remember with Severino, this guy came back from Tommy John. They need to give him time to warm up. He's also a starter. Don't forget that. He's not a reliever. So they need to give him a lot more time to warm up. They can't rush him into a game. So, yeah, I think we're going to see Severino next inning. Wouldn't be surprised to see Severino go the 5th and definitely go the 6th. They need to find a bridge to the 7th inning. I think the Yankees, I think that's the move they're going to make. Storm Chaser EF3 has just subscribed. What's going on, my friend? How are we doing? Ooh, we're almost up to 100 likes. Everyone, we are 3 likes away. There's a pop-up to right. Aaron Judge sits under it. And the 4th inning is over. 3-0 is still the score here. And here come the Yankees, seeing if they can build a rally. But yeah, everyone, I believe we are, let's see. Oh, there we go. Up to 104 likes, everyone. Thanks for getting us over 100 likes tonight. Thank you all for coming out for the watch-along tonight. My Red Sox, hey, they're sitting in a pretty nice position, but I've said this a few times. I will not be naive. I will not let my guard down. D. Martins has just subscribed. What's going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome. What is going on? How are we doing? Aiden Fowler, what do you think the Cardinals need to do to be able to contend with the Brewers for the Central? I feel like the Cardinals really got they didn't have a good amount of starting pitching depth in that first half. So, and it really showed. They had Flaherty went down, Martinez, he was just kind of whatever. It was just not a good rotation. They had to turn to guys like John Lester and J.A. Happ at the deadline. And that kind of helps solidify things. I think the Cardinals, they need to go after some starting pitching in the offseason. I feel like I mean, I mentioned this a couple of streams ago. I feel like Eduardo Rodriguez would be a perfect fit for the St. Louis Cardinals because with the Red Sox, they're not a very good defensive team, according to the numbers. Eduardo Rodriguez has good advanced metrics where the defense tends to let him down a bit. He doesn't fit well with this Red Sox defense. I don't know what it is. The ERA is high, but the FIP is low. I think Eduardo Rodriguez would be a really good fit with the St. Louis Cardinals. That if I were to predict him to go anywhere, I think he's going to go to the Cardinals. That's because I think he fits there money-wise. You know, I just like the fit. I think Eduardo Rodriguez ends up going to the Cardinals. That's my pick. Judah, do I think the Jays make the playoffs? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the Jays they're going to make the postseason next year. I won't be surprised. I think they're going to get at least one of the wild card spots. Overbomber. Yeah, I definitely think the Blue Jays can win the East. Absolutely. This team was stupid good. Unfortunately, you know, they had some injuries in the first half. The bullpen was definitely a weak spot for this team this year, all year. I think in the offseason, you got to remember the Blue Jays, they did sign Kirby Yates. And unfortunately, he had to go, get Tommy John. So that didn't work out. The Blue Jays, they got the short end of the stick when it came to Kirby Yates. They're going to go out. They're going to address that bullpen this year. They got a Jose Barrios already. I think the Blue Jays are a lock for a wild card spot next year. I think they're going to get the wild card, one of the wild cards. So, and they'll make a run at the division. I think they're going to be a very strong team next year. So, we know Tampa is making the playoffs next year. I definitely think Tampa is going to be year to year. They're going to be involved with the East or the wild card. I think for the next few years, you're going to see Tampa. They're going to be in it every single year. So, I think you're definitely going to see the Rays and the Blue Jays in the playoffs next year. Kanav, don't give it. I did not give second graders homework. Oh, I forgot to give them their homework today. You reminded me. I forgot about the homework today. Yeah, probably not. I actually have report cards due. I have report cards due this week. So, not very happy about that. But, hey, what can you do? I think Tampa will be on and off the next couple of years. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Tampa, I just really liked what they've done. Could they have a down year next year, maybe? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? They just seem to get it done every single year, it seems. Leave them kids alone. I'll tell you, this class this year, they have been a handful, so far, man. They have been a handful. I got to say, I am quite tired so far this year. Let's see. What else do we got here? One thing, Chester, what's going on? One thing that is good this postseason is no Yankee fan is spamming playoff Tanaka. Masahiro Tanaka. Haven't heard that name in a little while. Let's see. Verdugo, is he a long-term Red Sox? I definitely think that's a possibility. Definitely think. He had a good year this year. He had a good year. Let's see. Do we conduct report cards to... Oh, Nathan Eovaldi with another strikeout. Is Nasty Nate here to stay for the Boston Red Sox here this postseason? Nasty Nate is looking rather sharp here. 6 strikeouts through 4 2/3. So you guys conduct report cards too, where you talk about if the kids are troublemakers. Yeah, Raptor Jesus. We have a little section in there like for behavior stuff too. Kanav, do we have baseball fans in the class? Do I? I know I have one. I have one that likes baseball. So, it's funny. This sounds maybe kind of silly, but I don't tell anyone about this channel. Like, unless they're like my personal friends. At school, I don't mention this channel to anyone. Maybe a couple of people I've kind of said a little something. But to any of the students, absolutely not. I do not mention it to any of the kids at school because I don't want them coming into the chat. Like, you got their parents at home and like they're watching. I don't want that. I had one kid one time where I had like my statistics up, and he saw like my picture for the channel, and he was like, "Hey, do you have a channel?" And I was like, no. Oh my God. I got really nervous about that. I was like, I don't want any of the kids knowing. But yeah, so yeah, Chester, we just hit 14K the other day. So yeah, Raptor Jesus, absolutely not. I do not want that. Because that's like one thing, like I got to separate this from, you know, I'm not saying this isn't real life, but I want those two worlds separated. I don't want those worlds intertwining. Absolutely not. Yeah, Jason, they might be on to me. Hey, as long as they subscribe, I guess that's good. Hey, if they can send me a super chat, I'm all right with that. There, another strikeout for Nathan Eovaldi to Kyle Higashioka. Nathan Eovaldi, Nasty Nate, is looking like he is back. Postseason Nathan Eovaldi is back, everyone. But can he get through the next couple of innings? I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to jinx anything, but Nasty Nate has been back for at least the first 5 innings here. Oof, he is looking really sharp. Yeah, Raptor Jesus, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I actually have an old student who has come into the stream before. So he's actually done super chats. So, but I was okay with it because he had already gone off to middle school. So Jake Sherry, no, I actually live in Florida, my friend. I live in Florida. I used to live in Worcester, Massachusetts. Anon or Anonymous, what's going on? I don't know what went wrong with the Marlins. It's like they refuse to get good bats or keep them in Miami. How bad of a front office do you have? You can't keep people in Miami. You know, they definitely need some bats. You know, the worst offense this year. So Mark, absolutely not, man. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Nah, Jared Cole, nah. No one really knows. I don't really mention it to anyone. So I keep it to myself. A couple of people at school I've told, but only people that I really trust. You know, that's not going to go off and like say anything. So, yeah, Mark, I know. Jays vs. Astros ALCS would have been so fun. Oh, could you imagine all that offense? Could you imagine all that offense in a championship series? Oh man, that would have been nasty. We're up to 120 likes now. Can we get to 200 likes for the stream tonight? It's going to be tough. Can we get to at least 150? That'd be pretty cool. Hey, Raptor Jesus, man. They got all these predictions, you know, all these bad predictions I've made. I mean, I definitely deserve that, man. I got to get fired eventually, man. Yeah, Astros Giants that'd be a really fun World Series. Yeah, Kanav. So yeah, I live in Florida. But a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, I actually reached out to the Red Sox. So I became a U.S. citizen a couple of years ago. So, fun fact, I was born in England. So for years, I was just what do you call it? A legal alien. Is that the right word? But I got my citizenship, and the Red Sox around the holidays every year, they do something called the Gift of Socks. And I became a U.S. citizen. And so I tweeted out at them. I was like, hey, I just became a U.S. citizen. I think I can score some tickets to a game. And yeah, they told me, yeah, let's go. Let's give you some tickets. So, but because of last year, because of the pandemic, I wasn't able to go, obviously, but they reached back out to me this year and they said, hey, do you still want those tickets or whatever? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I went to a game in August against the Indians, and yeah, so I made it a weekend trip. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Kanav, yeah, permanent resident. So, whoa, we got someone from South Korea. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Red Sox Yankees. What's going on? How are you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well over in South Korea. British. Yeah, I definitely lost my accent pretty quickly when I moved over to Massachusetts from England. I'm basically a pilgrim. Funny enough. But here's Luis Severino. Just like I expected, I thought the Yankees would bring in Severino. Probably going to see him here for a couple of innings. He's going to be in here to bridge the gap to the back end of that Yankees bullpen. Definitely at least 2 innings from a Luis Severino. That's the plan. I mean, if the Yankees can get some offense going, you know, this could end up being a blessing in disguise kind of a game, you know, for someone like a Garrett Cole who didn't look good today. He didn't look terrible. Like, he had a, you know, he was making some good pitches at times, but he missed his spots and he paid. So this could end up being, you know, wow, the Rays, they got Shane Baz going for game 2. Wow, look at that. I love it. I love it. The Rays, they are not scared, man. They are not scared. They're throwing that guy who he pitched 2 games? They're throwing Shane Baz into the fire. I love it. Love it. Awesome. Okay, so also Muncy, they just said something about Max Muncy. I missed it, but it looks like Clayton Kershaw, no Tommy John. So that's good. But yeah, I think this could end up, if the Yankees can end up scoring some runs and win this game, I think this game could end up being a blessing in disguise for them. You know, Cole only threw 50 pitches. I mean, that he can recover pretty quick from that. He can go maybe even a game 2 against the Rays. You know, probably game 3, but at least you know he's going to be well rested. So, Mark, yeah, I teach 2nd grade, Mark, 2nd grade. Wow, South Korea, 10:50 in the morning, and they got some playoff baseball. Nice, wouldn't mind watching some playoff baseball with a nice morning cup of joe. Not too bad if you ask me. Kira Owens, yeah, Shane Baz, I really like him a lot. Kanav, coming to study in Boston. Look forward to going to Fenway. Hey, Boston's a great city, man. Great city. I just really enjoy walking around Boston. Here we go. Full count here to Kyle Schwarber. Here comes the pitch. Schwarber rips it to the right side, but Anthony Rizzo picks it. And Schwarber is retired. Schwarber is really making some good contact tonight. Go back to that first at-bat, or maybe not the best contact on that swing, but he had a great swing that first at-bat. Drilled the home run there. Actually, how hilarious that is. They just showed Kyle Schwarber hitting a home run off Garrett Cole in the wild card game back in 2015. Was that the wild card game? But that's hilarious. That was off of Garrett Cole too. But yeah, Kyle Schwarber, he's really swinging the bat well tonight. Let's see. Edmund 19, craziest moment in your classroom. Oh, I'd have to think about that. Nothing particularly like crazy. I've had a couple of, behavior outbursts a little bit where we had to, kind of diffuse it, but nothing like, like crazy. Would you watch a Sox playoff game with your class if it was an early start? No, I wouldn't, but I would probably have it on my iPad, to where no one could see it. I'd keep the volume low. Realistically, yeah, I would do that. But I wouldn't watch it with the class. Absolutely not. No way. They always got people coming in, looking in your classrooms. No way. I wouldn't do that. Who do you think has a better chance to beat the Rays, the Red Sox or the Yankees? I talked about this earlier. I feel like the Red Sox would actually, and I promise you, I'm not being biased. I feel like the Red Sox would give the Rays a tougher series than the Yankees. It just feels like the Rays have the Red Sox number as well lately, it seems. But the Rays definitely have the Yankees number. Where I think the Rays, I don't know. I just think with the Rays, the Yankees, their starting pitching, the Red Sox, I think, have some better options for starting pitching than the Yankees do. The Yankees definitely have a good bullpen that can match up. I think the Rays are good matchups against both the Red Sox and the Yankees. So for the Rays, that offense is just dynamic. Their bullpen is just phenomenal. I think the Red Sox would have the advantage in terms of starting pitching. So, and you're going to get some good starts. You got Chris Sale there. Look at Nathan Eovaldi tonight. He's looking fantastic. So, Gerald, Mets fans were comparing Rojas to a bad substitute teacher. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, your art studios, I have built a lot of patience over the years, being a teacher, a lot of patience. I will say that for a fact. Hey, new subscriber. What's going on, man? What's going on? I'm sorry. I cannot read what that says. I wish I could. I'm not sure what your username says. I apologize, but thank you for subscribing to the channel. That's awesome. All the way from South Korea, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kira, definitely the Rays have the Yankees number. What was the best wild card game from 2010 to 2020? Oof. I'm a visual guy. I need to, see. Let's see. I'm going to be wild card games. There's just so many. I'm just trying to think. Wild card game history. Once I can see it, one's going to jump out at me. I know. I just can't fully remember right now. Okay. Oh, the A's Royals one was really good. Back in 2014. That was awesome. There's not been a lot of very good American League ones. The Orioles and the Blue Jays went to extra innings. So that was a fun one. I feel like you've had some more fun ones. Actually, no, not a lot. There's actually not been a lot of fun wild card games, honestly. You'd have to say the A's and the Royals. Probably the best wild card game there's been. You had the Rockies and the Cubs that went 13 innings there. So that was kind of a fun one there. The Rockies getting in my opinion, that was pretty surprising. They ended up winning that. Yeah, you got to say the A's and the Royals back in 2014. So absolutely. Everyone, welcome. We are over 200 people in the chat. What is going on, everyone? How are we doing? Nathan Eovaldi, man. These Yankees, they cannot catch up to him. He is just looking sharp. He's looking sharp. Ooh, Mark, you were at that game going for KC. KC, man, I really loved what KC was doing there in the mid-2010s. Really loved what they were doing. Nothing beats the steroids era in the 90s. Oh, I know I loved me some of that steroids era baseball. I love those, man. Oh, another strikeout for Nathan Eovaldi. Odor takes a seat. 8 Ks on the night. Nathan Eovaldi is looking like the 2018 Nasty Nate that we saw for the World Series champion Red Sox. Odor takes a seat. Nasty Nate is in full effect here for the Red Sox through 5 1/3. Here comes Rizzo. Oh! Rizzo hits it deep! That is gone! Anthony Rizzo has put the Yankees on the board. And the Yankees finally do something here against Nathan Eovaldi. Anthony Rizzo, a big acquisition for the Yankees by the deadline, and he comes through just like Kyle Schwarber came through for the Red Sox tonight. A trade deadline acquisition. Anthony Rizzo comes through for the New York Yankees, and they are finally on the board. Take into consideration here, ladies and gentlemen, the Red Sox haven't scored here for a couple of innings. That bullpen has looked very good for the Yankees. I've been saying this. You cannot be naive. This Yankees team is not done. That bullpen is extremely good. I've said this. If the Yankees can start putting some runs on the board, I mean, this can end up being, if this ends up being a Yankee win, it's a blessing in disguise that Garrett Cole ended up struggling a little bit. Only threw 50 pitches. He'll be able to go in that series for the Rays. If that ends up, the Yankees have some work to do here, but this bullpen is looking really good for the Yankees. You're going to get another inning probably out of Severino, at least another inning. This Yankees team's not done. Not done by a mile. Oh, Super Chat coming in. Adrian Gomez Ortega. What do you think about Story to the Cards? I think it would be an upgrade. I think that would be really good. Oh, he's safe. Aaron Judge beats it out, and the Yankees are starting to make this a little hairy here for Nathan Eovaldi. Or are they going to challenge it? What do you think about Story to the Cards? I would have to, I don't know. I wonder. They just spent a lot of money, bringing in Nolan Arenado, or are they going to want to spend more money on a Trevor Story? Looks like Alex Cora is going to challenge the call. Or is he going to make, or no. He's making a move to the bullpen. Alex Cora is not wasting any time. Nasty Nate, Nathan Eovaldi, up until Anthony Rizzo, we saw the Nasty Nate of 2018. He dominated the Yankees for 5 1/3, 8 strikeouts on 71 pitches. Alex Cora not wasting any time, especially in a tight wild card game here. He's going to Ryan Brazier. Now the question is, this is where the Red Sox are really going to have to step up here. This bullpen has not looked very sharp for the Red Sox in the month of September. Let's actually go pull up some stats here. Let's take a look at the team pitching stats here on Fangraphs. Let's go check out the relief pitching. Starting in September, the Red Sox bullpen was 20th in the month of September. A 3.92 ERA that month, but a 4.33 FIP. A little high on the walks there, 3.85 walks per 9 in the month of September. So this Red Sox bullpen, sure, they got 12 wins out of that bullpen, but hey, they blew 5 games that month as well. So be on the lookout here. This Red Sox bullpen, it's a big question mark. So they have definitely had their fair share of blown games. Let's actually go to the middle of September. Let's see how the Red Sox did in the final couple of weeks. The Red Sox actually 22nd in the last couple of weeks of the season. So this is going to be a big question mark. While the Yankees had the number 2 bullpen, this is going to be interesting. I said this last night in the preview for this game. The Yankees, they tend to do really well in those high leverage situations. Let me actually pull these up back again. If you missed the preview and the prediction stream from last night, go check that out. But I showed last night that the Yankees, they do well in these late inning situations, in those high leverage situations. So let's take a look here. The Yankees, all year they ranked 9th. Or no, sorry, that's not WRC+. Let's pull up WRC+. The Yankees are ranked 6th in Major League Baseball this year in those high leverage situations late in the games with a 113 WRC+. So something to keep in mind. They had a 362 on base in these situations late in games. So that is something to definitely keep an eye out for here. And, hey, against this Red Sox bullpen, I don't know. The Red Sox were good in these situations too, but the Yankees bullpen is phenomenal. So a good offense late in games against a Red Sox bullpen that has been struggling. This is definitely this is going to be key. Key moments here in the next couple of innings. Yeah, Jersey Boys, Yankee fan in the chat. He's still hoping for a Yankee win. Drew in the moment. Sox need to stop straining runners. Yeah, they've looked. They were looking really good there in the first few innings. They were getting runners on, but they're not coming through here. But I'm not surprised. That Yankee bullpen is so good. Ryan Brazier. You know, you haven't seen a lot of Ryan Brazier in the last couple of years for the Red Sox. He's been kind of up and down. He was a key arm for them in the postseason for the Red Sox in 2018. I mean, this year he hasn't thrown a lot, 12 innings, but he's looked all right. But everyone, I need to kind of point into this direction here. Ryan Brazier, if you take a look here, while that ERA does look pretty good, that FIP does not look very good. A 4.84 FIP for Ryan Brazier. I don't like this situation. He tends to give up a lot of hits. He doesn't really keep the walks down. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. Oh, that's drilled. That's off the wall. I'm literally saying, Ryan Brazier, look out for that FIP. He's coming home. And he got him at the plate. He got him at the plate. Oh, my. Whoa. Oh. What a throw. Oh, my goodness. Giancarlo Stanton has hammered the ball tonight, but he has just not had some good luck here. Giancarlo Stanton, if you go back to that first big, where he just hit a freaking missile, if you go back to that at-bat, that was a long single. It looked like he was about to hit a home run, and then it ended up being a long single. He drills it here off the monster. It was like 200 miles an hour, and then he ends up being out at home. Wow, I can't believe they tried to send Aaron Judge all the way from first. I can't believe that. They tried to have him score from first. Why? That's just, oh my goodness. Stanton looked annoyed. He looked a little frustrated. Wow. I can't believe they tried sending him home. I mean, I know you had one out in the moment, but you would have had runners on second and third with Joey Gallo up. And now you only got a runner on second with Joey Gallo up and 2 outs. Oh, my. That was a blunder for the Yankees right there. That could be the game changer in this game. I cannot believe that. Jared Cole, phone's almost dead. Got to leave. I'll be back tomorrow to watch my Dodgers. Hey, Jared Cole, thank you for coming out tonight, my friend. Thank you. Wow, what a great play. A good relay from the Red Sox. Good relay from Kike to Xander. Good throw from Xander Bogaerts. Right on the money. Wow. I can't believe they tried to have Aaron Judge score from first. That was way too aggressive. You would have had Judge and Stanton on second and third with 1 out. I mean, and then you got Joey Gallo. I mean, that would have made just so much. I mean, I don't know why you're being so aggressive there. Judge is not very fast. I mean, I know you gotta make a perfect play there, and I can appreciate the aggressiveness, but when you're building that momentum, that's just a bad call. It's not a good call. There's times where to be aggressive, but there's times to play it safe too. And that was a moment you got to play it safe. You do not send, if it's a fast runner like a Tyler Wade, then yeah, Tyler Wade would have scored, but not Aaron Judge. So, yeah, he probably thought I think he saw where the ball was, and I think he just misjudged. Sorry for the, no pun intended. I think he misjudged Aaron Judge's speed. Because if you kind of look at where the ball was, I mean, it wasn't very close. Like Bogart still hadn't gotten the ball. So, wow. And now, just like that, Joey Gallo pops up, and the Red Sox are out of it. The Red Sox are coming up big. Man, oh man. That could be the play of the game. Anyway, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm pulling up stat. I was going to pull up a stat, but never mind. I got to remember to go back to the game day. Everyone, hope you're having a good night. Welcome to Red Sox Yankees. While that was a big play in favor of my Red Sox, I'm not going to say this game is over at all. Absolutely not. The Yankees, they still got some time here. They got 3 innings to play with. Not over yet. Cammy the Joker, what's going on? Score 3-1 Red Sox here, going to the bottom of the 6th. I think for the Red Sox here, you got to score here. The momentum is back in your favor now. If you're the Red Sox, you want to do everything you can to get a run across the board. With the Yankees, getting the Anthony Rizzo home run here. If you're the Red Sox, you want to do everything you possibly can to get a run. Whether, I don't know what that is, get the walk, get a guy over, be aggressive. I don't know what you end up doing here, but if you're the Red Sox, if you want to score a run, this is the inning. You got to score a run here. But man, what a play. Wow. You got, I'm not going to fully go hard on the Yankees on that one. I wouldn't have made that call. I would have kept him. And I'm not saying that, in hindsight. I'm saying that I would have never sent him home. I just wouldn't. If you're down by a run, sure. Or if it's a tie game, sure. If it was a tie game, I would send him. I would send him in a tie game. But if you're down, no, you can't do that. If you're down trying to come back, that's not the time to be aggressive. Now, if it was like, the ball was further out in the outfield, sure. Yeah, like you could send him home there. But I wouldn't have sent him home. Absolutely not. Benny Q, big green monster. I mean, that monster, man. That dude, Stanton, those 2 balls that he's hit tonight, they would be out. That one that he just hit right there, that'd be gone. Like anywhere else. That monster, man. Giancarlo Stanton, good grief. Yeah, Cammy, someone needs to let it fly. The Red Sox need to score. I mean, any team in this situation, you want to score in this inning. It's going to be tough here with Luis Severino. He looked pretty good last inning. The Yankees aren't done yet. Hey, keep in mind, the Yankees, their offense started looking pretty good here in that last inning. They can still use that as some momentum. They're chipping away. They still got 3 innings to play with. That bottom of the order is going to have to do something for the Yankees here in the 7th when they come back up. But 8th inning, it's game on for the Yankees. If the Yankees can get across a run the next inning, I think that is looking pretty good for the Yankees. So if they can get a run across and that top of the order comes up in the 8th inning, and then you got the 9th inning as well, that's not going to be very fun. Yeah, Fenway Park and the Tiger Stadium as well. Not easy ballparks to hit in. Brady, good luck versus the Rays. Honestly, dislike the Rays more right now. Wow, interesting. If my Red Sox can somehow, some way, get to the division round and they somehow beat the Rays, I will lose my mind. I just picked the Rays to win the World Series. So, Okay, Muncy, no torn UCL, will not need surgery. That's a good sign. Dave Roberts says Tommy John not on the table for Kershaw. So that's a good sign. Good news for Max Muncy, but will he make it back? Will he make it back? We'll have to wait and see. Edmund 19. I think the reason Phil's sent Judge because Gallo strike out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking. Me personally, I'm not looking at that. I wouldn't have set him. Wouldn't have set him. You're down. It's no any situation. I don't care what situation it is. You just don't send him in that situation. You're down. You got to chip away, and you got a wild card game. There's no tomorrow. You got to, I mean, there's times to be aggressive, but that was not the time. Jacob, I'm more scared of the Sox. Yeah, you know, the Red Sox, I feel like they've had their struggles, you know, in the last couple of months. They have not been the same team that they were overall in the first half, but I feel like the Red Sox, the Yankees have just been so up and down. Well, the Red Sox have been more of a consistent team this year. The Red Sox, I feel like, put together, and I'm not saying this out of bias. I would say this if it was the Yankees. I feel like the Red Sox have put together more quality games this year, if that makes any sense. More quality games. I actually want to go look here at the standings. How are the Red Sox in one-run games? They were 26-18. Okay, and the Yankees were 28-20, so they were pretty even in those one-run games. Extra inning games, they were 11-5. Yeah, so I feel like I saw a lot of quality. Even like in losses, the Red Sox were a tough team. You know, they were kind of in it until the end. While the Yankees, I feel like the Yankees checked out in a lot of games this year. They're very up and down. So who else wants to see a Red Sox-Braves World Series? Hey, I don't care if the Red Sox make it to a World Series. I don't care who they play. They can play the Montreal Expos. You know, they can play the Washington Senators. I don't even care. If the Red Sox in a World Series, I'm all for it. Dr. Jackal and Mr. Hyde are the Yankees. Not a bad reference. You know, Severino, his stuff is looking pretty good, but he gets to walk here for Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts is on. Bogaerts having himself a pretty nice night. Got the home run to get things started, drawing a walk here. Here comes Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo 0 for 2 tonight. 2 guys left on. Severino with a dirt handprint on his hat. Oh, no. Could you imagine? Luis Severino comes out. They find sticky tack on him. Oh, I would die laughing. I would die. Verdugo looking determined. I like the fire in Alex Verdugo, man. He plays the game hard. Red Sox needed Alex Cora back. I agree. Luis Sargon. I think I pronounced that right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Alex Cora, I mean, sure, you can look at Kike Hernandez. You can look at Hunter Renfroe. You know, you can look at all these other guys that they've brought in. You know, Garrett Whitlock, whoever. I think the most important person for the Red Sox this year has been Alex Cora. Absolutely. I think Alex Cora is the guy for the Red Sox. I think without Alex Cora, if you still got, you know, Ron Renicky as the manager for the Red Sox aren't in this game. No. No way. The Blue Jays would be in this game. Alex Cora, to me, I mean, he would never take the credit. I think Alex Cora is the MVP, personally. Robbie, you think the Red Sox will run away with this one? Nope. Absolutely not. If they do, it'll be at the end. It'll be at the end. I've seen many Red Sox games over the years where they're tight, and then they just like explode at the end of the game. You know, the one game that I think of was the Red Sox Indians in the 2007 ALCS. Close game all the way through, and which I predicted the Red Sox were going to come back and win that series. They fell down 3-1. I predicted the Red Sox were going to come back and win that series, and they did, and they ended up winning the World Series. But the Red Sox, that Game 7 against the Indians that year, it was very close, and the Red Sox just exploded at the end of the game. So you've seen the Red Sox do that. Jakey Boy, Red Sox, Robbie, who will win the Cy Young? I think in the American League, it's probably going to be Robbie Ray. There's not a runaway candidate. I feel like in the National League, I feel like my gut is saying Max Scherzer. I don't know. I think he just has that name appeal. I think the voters, you can look at all the stats you want. It's what are the voters going to end up doing? That's going to be, it's all about what the voters want. It's all about what the voters like. I think Max Scherzer is going to be appealing. But here we go. Luis Severino here. Alex Verdugo up here at the plate. Oh, Verdugo shoots it down. That falls in. Here comes Bogarts. He rounds third to the plate. Safe. And the Red Sox, a 4-1 lead. Alex Verdugo with his hands up. He comes through. And the Red Sox, the dominoes have been falling their way even with their base running decisions. The Yankees with a bad base running decision. The Red Sox with a good base running decision here in the 6th inning. Oh my. Aaron Boone, he comes to the mound. He takes the ball. And here comes Jonathan Loaisiga. Luis Severino's night is done. This Yankees team, they're not having anything fall their way tonight. The Red Sox are getting all the breaks. Oh, my. Yeah, you called it. He looked determined. Good call. Kira Owens, see you Thursday. I'll be here. Ooh, are we going to stream Game 1 of the Red Sox and the... Nope. Not saying it. Not saying it. Nope. Absolutely not. Nope. Because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to say it, and then Giancarlo Stanton, he's going to hit a bomb of a grand slam to take the lead in the 9th, and that's going to be that. Nope. Not saying it. Nope. This game's not over. Absolutely not. Random commenter. He's watching it live, but the stream itself is delayed. Yeah, I have a delayed stream. So I'm not looking at the game day. I just have it on for you guys. So you'll end up seeing, I think the game day comes in a little sooner than what's on my TV. So, but yeah. Verdugo coming up big here. 4-1 Red Sox. I mean, I'm trying to give the Yankees any kind of anything positive. I've been saying the Yankees can come back here. But man, it's funny how baseball works. Like, just nothing seems to fall your way for this Yankees team right now. I don't know, man. What commercial is this right now? Is this fantasy football? What am I watching? I thought I was looking at a fantasy football commercial. Am I looking at a fantasy football commercial? Oh, super chat. Logan Jones, what's going on? Hey, Robbie, do you think Dave Roberts' job is on the line? Yes. Okay, well, maybe not fully on the... yeah, I feel like that's what my gut's saying. If we lose in the wild card game with the team that we have, yeah. I think if the Dodgers lose in the wild card game, I feel like it's kind of like... I feel like Dave Roberts... I mean, how long has he been the manager for the Dodgers now? I feel like it's just kind of one of those things, like it's almost like fatigue, you know? How long has he been? I feel like for 5 years at least. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in his 6th year. I feel like it's gonna be. I just feel like you're kind of getting fatigue with a Dave Roberts. I think if they lose, yeah, my gut says Roberts is probably out. You know, that would be really unfortunate because the Dodgers had a good year, and they just, who would have thought the Giants would do what they did? No one saw that coming. Logan Jones, thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone, thank you so much for the super chats. Really appreciate that tonight. Oh, man. Everyone, soon I might have to step away because I got to go to the bathroom soon, man. That's one thing about these watch-alongs. When you sit here for like 3 hours, like me, I just keep talking and talking and talking. I got to go to the bathroom. I mean, I'm just saying, it's kind of tough. I gotta just like, I don't know, dehydrate myself before I go live. But then I won't be able to think clear. Cammy the Joker, Lars Nootbaar, gonna be a postseason guy. I just love that name, Lars Nootbaar. Am I saying that right? Or Dave Roberts to the Yankees? No way. I don't think that. No. Could you imagine? If this. I'm telling you right now, if this ends up staying the course, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just saying, if the Yankees don't win, Boone's gone. Boone is gone. Absolutely. Boone is definitely gone. I can't imagine a scenario if the Yankees lose this game. I don't see Aaron Boone coming back. The Yankees fan base would be in an uproar if he came back next year. They're already in an uproar over Aaron Boone. Oh, man. Another walk. This Yankees team. Oh, good grief. Honestly, I feel like the Yankees. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, he's got a translator out here. I thought that was the trainer. Do you think he is getting booned in New York? Yeah. I think Aaron Boone's gone, man. Unless I think the Yankees have to win a World Series. That's the only way Aaron Boone stays. And I think he knows it. I think a lot of people were calling for Boone to get. I was thinking maybe Boone could get fired this year. I didn't think you don't usually see a manager change. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Jacob Toon with a $5 super chat. What's going on? Aroldis Chapman gonna pitch hit and hit a grand slam for the win. Could you imagine? Honestly, I could see a scenario where, Giancarlo Stanton. The dude's been hitting taters tonight, and he comes in, hits a bomb, and then, could you maybe see a grand slam? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. One swing can change this game. Get a couple guys on. The Yankees are in business. I'm just saying. F4 Ace has just subscribed. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Hello. Are we almost at 14.1? Hey, remember, everyone, the goal for the postseason this year, we got to get to 15,000 subscribers. We got to do it. We are at 14,096. We are almost at 14.1K. Almost there. Here's Travis Shaw, the mayor of Ding Dong City. Another super chat coming through. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Logan Jones again, $4.99. Personally, Dave Roberts should have been gone. Yeah, I think a lot of Dodger fans kind of were thinking that too. I think a lot of people were surprised he ended up coming back after that. But I think if the Dodgers, I'm leaning toward, if I were to pick a guy that's more likely to be gone for next year between Aaron Boone and Dave Roberts, I think it's more likely going to be Aaron Boone. I think you could make an argument for Dave Roberts to stay, considering the year that they had. I mean, they won 106 games. He navigated the starting pitching through, the loss of Trevor Bauer. You had, Dustin May go down. You've had Kershaw go down. So he's navigated the starting pitching. Cammy the Jokester has just subscribed. What's going on? But yeah, you can make an argument for Dave Roberts. But in the end, with that talent, that team that you have, it's World Series or go home. Like, you know, what are you doing here? So, Charles, what about Jace Tingler? Reports are that it looks like he's going to be gone. It's not official, but it's looking like he's going to be gone. So, they're expected. There was a report, you know, from John Heyman saying they were expected, or he was expected to be fired. Which I think that's the right move. I think for the Padres, that's just an extreme. They made all the moves, and they just underperformed. But, you know, I'm not going to put that all on Jace Tingler. Travis Shaw strikes out. It's a big strikeout for Loaisiga there. Big strikeout. For the Yankees right now, the goal is, your goal in this moment, I know it's obvious, but you got to keep this close. If one more run, it's looking bad. You got to keep it a 3-run game. Because one swing from the Yankees in a 3-run game can change the game for you. I'm not counting this Yankees team out until the end. So, Cammy, I mean, hey, maybe Cammy's grandma could be the new manager of the New York Yankees. Jose Chavez, still sad that the Mariners and Blue Jays. You know, I think for the Mariners and the Blue Jays, I think for Blue Jays fans, I could see a little bit more disappointment. But I think you got to be excited for next year. The Blue Jays, I'm a way too early prediction. The Blue Jays are winning a wild card next year. That's already done. I'm already calling it. They're done. They can already win a wild card with the team that they have now. Then they're going to go into this offseason. They're going to make the moves they need to make. And Blue Jays are getting a wild card next year. You all can write that down. Pencil in the Blue Jays for the postseason next year. The Mariners, you're going to be excited for next year too. I still think the Mariners, they need to have a good offseason. The one thing with the Seattle Mariners, I know they had a fun year, but the Mariners' offense didn't rank particularly well this year. Real quick, if I can go to the offensive stats really quick. The Mariners this year, their offense ranked near the bottom. They ranked 21st all year. They had negative 55.7 runs above average. Where the Mariners really, they performed well late in games with their offense. They came up big. They were very clutch. And the bullpen was just nails. So, and they got enough starting pitching. It was a formula that worked as good as it did. But yeah, that Mariners offense, you're not going to be able to sustain that. So that they're going to have to add some bats. I know a lot of Mariners fans will probably say otherwise, but I think you need to add one of these shortstops. I think Carlos Correa would be perfect. I think a Corey Seager would be amazing, honestly. You know, Kyle Seager most likely done. I think Corey Seager would be the perfect guy to bring in. And then you can move J.P. Crawford somewhere. I think you need to add a bat. I would even maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe even someone for the DH spot. I could see something like that too. You need to add a couple of bats. The Mariners offense, they were very clutch, but that's not sustainable. You need an offense that's going to be more consistent. So the offseason is going to be very important for the Mariners. I know it's fun thinking ahead, but they overachieved this year, and I'm not saying that like to give them a knock. They just need to have a good offseason because I don't think you're going to be able to do that again. So I hope they do. I would love to see the Mariners in the postseason. Oh, big strike out there of Bobby Dahlback. And the Yankees keep this within 3. Here we go. Big innings here. Big innings. The big difference right now, late in this game, the Red Sox they've had the dominoes fall their way, even with the base running. You know, Aaron Judge out at home. Xander Bogaerts safe at home. That's the big difference right now. Robbie is competing with Foolish Baseball and Trevor Bauer, but still pulls in 200 viewers. I'm grateful, my friend. I'm grateful. Is Foolish Baseball live too? Man, is he live? Oh, super chat coming in. From Adam Bowman, $4.99. What's going on? Hey, Robbie, what's your drink of choice at a ball game? I mean, I'm always, going to get me a nice cold one, of course, everywhere I go. I'm a dark beer kind of a man. If that's available, it just depends on where you go. But I'm definitely a dark beer kind of a man. Don't mind maybe an IPA sometimes, but I'm gonna be honest, just an ice cold Guinness. That's you can never go wrong with a Guinness. I always love me a Guinness. So anything dark, the darker the better with my beers. I like that. But honestly, you just never know where you're gonna get at a game. I'm never gonna go get a Bud Light. No, absolutely not. Boston Zeb, what's going on? No, I am not gonna get a Bud Light. No, I am not gonna get a Michelob Ultra or a Miller Lite. I don't even want Budweiser. I just want, I don't know. Just want me a good craft beer. Or, hey, a Guinness if you got it. But yeah, Adam Bowman, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's see. But yeah, is Foolish Baseball live? I was looking at that earlier. Or is it... I just looked at his channel. Or is it Foolish Bailey? Yeah, Foolish Bailey's on. 673 people watching. Hey, the fact that we still got 200 of you guys in here, I appreciate that. And you got John Boy out there too. And Trevor Bauer. I'm sure John Boy. How many people you got over in there? You got 8,000 people watching that right now. Like, what do you even do? What do you even do there? Like, you can't compete with that. So, hey, the fact that we got 200 people here, hey, I'm grateful for that, everyone. So thank you for coming in. Got a lot of competition in the baseball YouTube. We're doing what we can here. Doing what we can. Here comes Tanner Houck. I like this move for the Red Sox. Tanner Houck, this bullpen has not been great, but I like me some Tanner Houck. So... I think Tanner Houck, he's got to keep the walks down. That's the one thing with him. He's got to throw strikes. So let's actually pull up the splits with a Tanner Houck. I know he's been great out of this bullpen. So here we go. Does it have... Here we go. As a reliever, so he has pitched 5 games out of the bullpen this year. Doesn't show the FIP. But his I'm telling you all right now, his FIP is better than his ERA. 2.61 ERA. I don't like the walks. That's just the only thing with him I don't like. He has trouble throwing strikes. That's one thing with him. I don't like the walks out of the bullpen. Not a big fan. But he's got good... He's hard to see. He's hard to pick up. That's the one thing with Tanner Houck. He's just hard to pick up. He's not a comfortable at bat. So if you take a look here, 3.52 ERA this year and a 2.58 FIP. Good numbers. He just has trouble with, throwing strikes, and he has trouble going deep into games. But that's why I think he's better in a relief role, at least as of right now in his career. So, let's actually pull up how's he done against the Yankees? I feel like he's been fine against the Yankees. He hasn't been like amazing, but against the Yankees this year. Yeah, he's been fine. 13, actually a lot of innings against the Yankees. 13 innings, a 2.70 ERA. 7 walks in those 13 innings. Again, I don't like the walks. I just don't like the walks. Yankees, they're... Oh, shoots it out to center. There's the first out. Tanner Houck gets off to a good start. Yeah, East-West. He is a right-handed Chris Sale. You know, he looks very similar to him from the right side. 8 more outs, says Chris Sampson. Ooh, Edmund, did we get 150 likes? There we go, 151 likes. Hey, we got 14.1K subscribers. What's going on, everyone? We are 900 subscribers away from 15,000. Oh, here comes Brett Gardner here. He's been better in the second half for the Yankees. Let's pull up some Brett Gardner stats. I remember people were thinking, why is Brett Gardner still getting starts? I mean, they weren't crazy for thinking that because the guy's numbers in the first half were awful. But Brett Gardner, he's been a little better here in the second half. If you take a look at him in the second half, in the first half only hit 194. Second half at 250, 344 on base. Everything was better with Brett Gardner. You must have made some kind of an adjustment at the plate. Not sure what that adjustment was, but either way, whatever he did, the results definitely came through. So I've always, Brett Gardner with me, just such a pesky guy. Honestly, in my opinion, if there's one guy that really fits on the Tampa Bay Rays, it would be Brett Gardner. He is such like a pesky hitter. He would be perfect with the Tampa Bay Rays. Venisari, I missed the Mariners talk since I'm at work. Mariners have never been able to get to the World Series. Also doubt they would spend any serious money. Yeah, I agree. Oh, another strikeout for the Yankees tonight. Tanner Houck sits down Brett Gardner. And the Red Sox have 2 outs here in the 7th. Yeah, I agree. Venisera. Am I saying that right? Venisera. Yeah. Yeah, that Robinson Cano money, man, that did not work out. I'd be kind of scared to spend money, too, after that. I would not be very eager to spend more money after that. I think with the Mariners, you stay the course. Stay the course. Tanner Houck looking very good here. You know, it's funny. Everything the Red Sox are doing tonight that the Yankees are trying to do, it's working out for the Red Sox. You know, look at what's going on with, you know, the runner going home. Judge out at home. Bogart safe at home. Yankees bringing in Severino, trying to get multiple innings out of him. He ended up giving up a run there. Tanner Houck coming in, probably going to be, I don't know if it's just going to be for this inning. Could maybe go the 8th. Wouldn't be surprised at that. But right now, this is working out for the Red Sox. Another swing and a miss. Tanner Houck is looking good here. 1-2 count here to Gio Urshela. The people of Fenway are on their feet. Meineke man, Cardinals are the most overhyped team in the postseason. Their pitchers are garbage and hitters were terrible before the meaningless regular season win streak, where their BABIP was off the chart lucky. Yeah, that is one thing. They definitely had a lot of luck fall on their side. So, I mean, hey, 17 straight wins, though. I don't think anyone can really, you know, discredit that. At the end of the day, we'll see what they can do tomorrow against the Dodgers. So, are they, what are they? You're going to find out tomorrow night against the Dodgers. I think we should get Robles to pitch the 9th. You know, it's funny with Matt Barnes. Funny with Matt Barnes because he has been a bit up and down here. If we take a look at Matt Barnes lately, he was looking so good in the beginning of the season, first half of the season. He was looking nails. But then if you take a look at his first half, second half splits, I mean, look at his numbers here. 2.61 ERA there in the first half. Here we go. 2-2 count here to Urshela. Fouls it back. Matt Barnes in the first half had a 2.61 ERA. Second half, 6.48. Yeah, you know, funny enough, or actually, no. So actually, let me take that back. First half, he gave up 4 home runs in 38 innings. He gave up the same amount of home runs in 16 innings in the second half. So Matt Barnes was way more hittable there. So do you go with a Matt Barnes? Now, if you take a look at Hanzo Robles, he gets the strikeout. Tanner Houck walks back to the dugout, giving the Red Sox 6 more outs to work with to get to the division series. Tanner Houck looking very strong. I would not be surprised to see Tanner Houck back out for the 8th inning. Wouldn't be surprised. Especially with Higashioka and Velasquez. I'm not going to be surprised. I think here's my thing. I think Houck's going to go back out for the next 2, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see a lefty come out of the pen for the Red Sox. So could you go with a Darwinson Hernandez in that situation? If we take a look at the guys in the Red Sox bullpen, you know, who could you go with? You could go with a Davis, who they got at the deadline. That's a lefty that you could look at. Josh Taylor, actually, is he good now? What's going on with Josh Taylor? I mean, this is the guy I would love to bring in. But okay, so he is good. They activated him today. That's right. Yeah. So I think what you're going to see here, I think you're going to see Tanner Houck come back out, and then I think you're going to have Josh Taylor go against Anthony Rizzo. And then you're hoping he gets that out. But then, because I don't think you leave a Houck in there against Rizzo. I don't think you do it. Unless, I mean, if you got 2 outs, you know, because then you got Judge and Stanton. And, you know, righty. Tanner Houck's tough on righties. So you could leave a Tanner Houck in there for the lefty. Especially if you're still up by 3. I could see them leaving. Or you could go with a Josh Taylor in the lefty-lefty matchup. Not going to be surprised. Or, you know, Trey Switzer, could you go with a Whitlock? He is just coming back from injury. So I wonder what they do there. Whitlock is always better in those multi-inning situations. You know, that's what I'm not. I don't know. I wonder if we're going to see a Whitlock tonight. I don't know. Yeah, I think Houck's going to be back out for the 8th. Josh Taylor, I think that's a good bet. They would have him go against Rizzo. But you could always leave Houck in because you got the righties, Judge and Stanton, up after him. So could you imagine Tanner Houck gets a 3-inning save? Could you imagine that? Tanner Houck. Oh, my God. Could Tanner Houck, if the Red Sox go on some kind of a run in this postseason, don't be surprised if Tanner Houck ends up being like a postseason, you know, MVP. He has that potential. You know, if you want to elevate yourself on the big stage, you know, this is the place to do it right here. Tanner Houck. You want to emerge, this is where you do it. You know, look what, you know, with Nathan Eovaldi. He was a legend in the postseason in 2018. You know? Could someone like a Tanner Houck become a legend for the Red Sox in this postseason? This is where legends are made. Heroes are born. Let's see. What are you going to do? Kier Owens, you're going to admit the Red Sox are going to win? Absolutely not. Nope. No, I think the Red Sox are going to lose. They're going to lose. I'm going to go opposite. Nope. Not doing it. I refuse to be Giraffe Nick Robbie. Not yet. When the Red... I almost said it. Oh, I had to catch myself right there. Whew. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. Nope. Done. Alex Barisha, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, if the Red Sox win, that's maybe when you'll see a little bit of Giraffe Nick Robbie. But Yeah, this game's not over. Charles, what if we see a 2013 replay? I mean, I don't know. If something like that ends up happening again, I mean, it seems like the magic formula is for me to doubt the Red Sox. Because I picked the Yankees to win this game. Joshua Stevens, scared for tomorrow. I mean, hey, Joshua, I mean, I know this game is not over. But right now, a lot of people didn't see this game going the way it is. There's still a lot of time left. Chris Sampson, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm trying not to be biased. Honestly, I don't really need to try. Like, I've always looked at baseball. I've always looked at it realistically. You know, I look at it down the middle, you know. I've always looked at it as fair as I can. Because I've gone through a lot of years with the Red Sox where I know winning Red Sox teams. I know bad Red Sox teams. I just look at what I see. I see a good Red Sox team, but I'm also seeing just such an unpredictable Yankees team, and that scares the crap out of me. It's like, that is just, to me, that's frightening. And, yeah. I don't think this Red Sox team is bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hated not picking them in my predictions. I hated not picking them. But it's, I was just kind of looking at it. I was looking at the stats. I was looking, you know, kind of just based off of what I've seen over the years. Yeah, this Yankees team, they scare me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I know a lot of Yankee fans. They don't seem to see the way I see it, and that's just me. Dustin, if Kelnick keeps improving, they bring up Julio, get someone like Corey Seager or Correa. Oh, man, the Mariners' offense could be deadly. Plus Kyle Lewis. I think Kyle Lewis is a big bat that they kind of missed this year. So, yeah, Venezuela, I agree. The Angels, they gotta have a good offseason. I don't know. Do players want to go there? I'm starting to be convinced that players just don't want to go play for the Angels. Out of the Red Sox teams you saw in your lifetime, which is my favorite, asks Vader. Also, Darth Vader is in the chat. My goodness. The force is strong. I mean, 2004 by default. That was just... If you want, like, a movie, like, right in front of your eyes, that was it. Like, that was, like, the best story. Amazing. It was, like, the most amazing story. There are times where I just want to think it was rigged. Because it was, like, it was just crazy how it all unfolded like that. Like, just everything. Just the 2003. All of the heartbreaks. Down 3-0. Come back and win that series. First team ever to do it. It's like, it still blows my mind to this day. Like, I can't believe that. 2013 was really special because that team wasn't really expected to do a lot. This team kind of reminds me of 2013 in a way. Kind of where, you know, not a lot of people gave that team a chance. And then you had all of the stuff going on with the Boston Marathon that year. That was just a special year. You had a lot of just players that you could just get on board with. Like Shane Victorino was so fun. Loved Mike Napoli that year. I love that Red Sox team. I loved when we got Jake Peavy at the deadline that year. I loved that team. I just loved that team. There's Johnny Gomes. You had just so many personalities on that team. You had the whole beard thing. You had talent everywhere. Pedroia, Ellsbury, Ortiz. I mean, come on, man. You had John Lester, who was just so good. Basically, you know, cemented himself as a Red Sox legend that postseason. You know, even like someone like Steven Drew came up big for you in that postseason. Man, you know, you had John Farrell in his first year as a manager that year. It just felt like you had the bad taste of 2012. Bobby Valentine hopping on his bike after the season, riding off into the sunset after getting fired. Still one of my favorite things I ever saw. Bobby Valentine just riding away on his bike. Love that. Reporters chasing after him after he got fired. And then we never saw Bobby Valentine ever again. I just always found, if you don't know what I'm there, I gotta find that video. It was so funny. But yeah, he got fired, and then you just see Bobby Valentine on his bike, just gone. Never saw him again. And then, oh yeah, Charles YT and Koji Urahara, man. I mean, that guy was so awesome. High Five City. Kike Hernandez draws the walk, and the Red Sox are cooking. The Red Sox are cooking, and here comes Aaron Boone. Yeah, Joshua Stevens, the Cardinals were really fun that year too. And, you know, I just love that too. I love that the Red Sox and the Cardinals met up in the World Series again. It was like, I love that year. That was such a fun year. Shane Victorino with the grand slam against a really good Tigers team that year. Don't forget the Tigers, they almost went up 2-0 in that series. They were looking like they were going to go up 2-0, and then David Ortiz had that grand slam. Max Scherzer was pitching like a madman in that game, looking like Mad Max. He was just nasty, man. Like, man, Red Sox winning a close Game 3, 1-0 game. Mike Napoli home run. Justin Verlander pitched that game. I mean, just so good. Do I remember Byung-Hyun Kim? I do remember Byung-Hyun Kim. Byung-Hyun Kim was so good on MVP baseball. Love Byung-Hyun Kim. But yeah, he was good. He was good when the Red Sox got him. Yeah, you know. Let's see. Red Sox about to break it open, says Kira. I mean, they're looking pretty good here. Got Rafael Devers coming up. One swing, this game's wide open. One swing, and this game's wide open. Yeah, Joshua Stevens. I remember that. I remember that. That was the only game I wasn't able to watch because I had a friend's birthday that night, and we were like out to dinner and stuff. I was just looking at my phone the entire time. Oh my God. I remember that. I'm like thinking, oh my God, we're in trouble. And then he picked them off there, and I'm like, oh my God. It blew my mind. Yeah. That whole year, man. That whole year. Yeah, Eric Marcus, man. Love me some Byung-Hyun Kim. Vader, when I saw Ortiz hit that grand slam, yeah, devastated. Still one of the best pictures I've ever seen. No offense to Torrey Hunter, but seeing Torrey Hunter flipped upside down and the security guard with both of his hands up, I mean, what a picture. What a picture. Like crazy. Crazy. Cards shock the world tomorrow, striking out 15 times. Decent. Not bad, Mikey, man. I like it. Orthodox. Really hope the Sox pull this off. If they advance, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm very scared against the Tampa Bay Rays. Anytime. Anytime we go up against the Rays. I never like that. Let's see. Dodgers Cards will be under. Not going to be a high-scoring game. Yeah, that'd be very interesting. I would love a good pitchers duel, man. Max Scherzer, Adam Wainwright, pitching duel. I would love that. Here's Rafael Devers. Hasn't done too much tonight, but he's got 2 runners on here. He took a big swing at that one. Couldn't quite catch up. One swing can break this open here. What a season for Rafael Devers this year. Crazy season. This guy's just been electric with the bat this year. Here we go. 2 on. 0-1 count. Rafael Devers looking to break this open against Chad Green. Oh! No way. Oh! Oh my God. That sounded good. I almost freaked out. I almost freaked out, everyone. Oh, my God. It looked good, man. He looked at it. Nope. Didn't quite get the barrel on that ball. Looked like he just missed, man. Off the bat, I thought it was gone. Off the bat, I thought it was gone. But here we go. Here comes Xander Bogaerts. Coming up. Bogaerts already coming through for the Red Sox tonight. Can he come through one more time for the Red Sox? One swing, and this could be a 7-1 game. A-Rod calling the game. You know, it's funny. I haven't really even noticed it. I've been talking this entire time, and I haven't really been listening to these commentators. I think ESPN is pure garbage, by the way. ESPN is horrible. Matt Vasgersian, I just can't stand the guy. He just drives me insane. I made my decision on a Matt Vasgersian when he was just so biased towards the Yankees. Like, that was annoying. That's why I really like Michael Kay, because he is right down the middle. He's going to sound exactly the same whether or not the Yankees hit a grand slam or the Red Sox hit a grand slam. Matt Vasgersian literally explodes for an Aaron Judge. Literally. That dude, when Aaron Judge hit a home run last year, Matt Vasgersian, I think, literally ripped his pants off and started twirling them around above his head, and then proceeded to go run laps in the parking lot. Matt Vasgersian, just, that was stupid. So, yeah. And then, I mean, I don't mind listening to A-Rod. I don't mind it. I like listening to players. I don't know. I just like listening to guys that played baseball talk about baseball. It's just a different feel, you know? I would much rather listen to A-Rod than Matt Vasgersian screaming "Mamma Mia" or whatever the heck that guy screams while he's twirling his whitey tighties above his head. That's just me. Venesaria, I feel spoiled here in Seattle. I get to listen to the local radio. Yeah, they got some good guys, you know, commentating up there. They got some fun guys. They got guys that are really into it. You got to love it. Paul Hawaii looking for a Red Sox grand slam. Oh, that's what it is, East-West. Santa Maria. It's like, okay, Matt Vasgersian. Like, okay. Like the Red Sox, I think, I don't remember what game it was, but they scored. Ooh, bases loaded here. Bogaerts draws the walk. Here comes Alex Verdugo. The game is on the line for the Yankees right here. The game is on the line. But yeah, Matt Vasgersian, man. This dude, the Red Sox scored a run, and he's like, okay. All right, Red Sox score a run. Hey, good at bat there. Good hit. Aaron Judge hits a home run. This dude is screaming. Like, get out of here, man. Hey, Three Blades Master. Honestly, you know, that's one of my favorite, if I ever get a compliment, you know, on this channel, I like hearing that. I like hearing, you know, people saying I'm fair. Because I really try. I try to be. Honestly, I don't think I even try. I think I just am. You know, if I were to be biased towards myself, I'd like to say I'm fair. You know, sure, it's funny to say, you know, don't want to be giraffe neck Robbie, but that's my goal, because that's actually one of the motivators that I had with this channel is I saw just a lot of bias, and I'm like, what kind of, this isn't analysis, you know? I wanted to bring down the middle analysis. I know I got a lot of work to do still. Like, I'm not perfect by any means, but I wanted to bring as much analysis down the middle while also trying to be as engaging as possible. I didn't see any of that. So I saw there were a lot of good channels out there, but Verdugo hits it to left. Schwarber's in. Verdugo's out at second. But the Red Sox score two. Verdugo has come through again for the Red Sox. And the Red Sox have taken a 6-1 lead. What is going on, everyone? How are we doing? Everyone, I mean, I don't like to say, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not saying game over. Nope. Nope, nope. As soon as I say it's game over, that's when the Yankees score 8 runs. Not doing it. Nope. Nope, nope. I will continue to provide down the middle coverage for all of you. Nope. Now, if it was a 3-run home run, I might have called it. But no, I'm not doing it just yet. So Fresh Blaze. Love your channel as a Yankee fan. Thank you. Honestly, that's what I like. Hey, my best friend is a Yankee fan. So that's probably helped me over the years be even less biased. Because I got a best friend who is just as into the Yankees that I am just as into the Red Sox. So that's probably really helped me over the years, just being able to talk about baseball down the middle. He will clearly say to me, the Red Sox are a better team. I will say to him, the Yankees are a better team. So I love having Yankee fans here. Giraffe Neck is kind of obnoxious with the bandwagon. I really appreciate that, Fresh Blaze. I think Giraffe Neck Mark, he's done a lot of good work. I think he's kind of just shot himself in the foot a couple of times. It seems like people have kind of gotten past the bandwagonism lately. He definitely made a better pick with the World Series this year. I mean, which is hilarious because he could have went with the Mets and it wouldn't have been the most crazy pick before the season because the Mets looked all right. They had a team. I picked the Mets to go to the championship series. I kind of rode their offseason momentum. And he strayed away from it. And kind of respected that. I think he knew that too. If I were to be completely honest, and if he's watching this, I think he would agree with me. I think he knew. He kind of knew he couldn't pick the Mets. He couldn't. Because if he picked the Mets again, that would be a bad look. It wouldn't have been good. He knew that. And I think he would admit that too. Yeah, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. But either way, he's done a lot of good work over there. The guy pumps out content like there's no tomorrow. Is he my cup of tea? No. But at the end of the day, I respect what he's done. He's built a great fan base. That's just me. So, yeah, he's doing great work over there. But I do think he kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit. Oh, you're Art Studios. You're a teacher as well. Oh, hey, fellow teacher. Hello, hello. Ooh, Kira Owens. Remember the Calf Neck Army? Three Blades Master. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Remember the Calf Neck Army? Oh, I forgot about the Calf Neck Army. Are they going to come back? Gary Sanchez hits it out to center. Kike Hernandez has been busy tonight. Hansel Robles here in the 8th. Someone said here in the chat, maybe Hansel Robles could be coming in. Oh, hey, no Tanner Houck. But I think that's fine now. I would have kept Tanner Houck in a 3-run game. But Hansel Robles has looked pretty good. If we take a look at his numbers with the Red Sox, he's been better with the Red Sox. 3.60 FIP, a 3.37, or no, 3.60 ERA, 3.37 FIP, 12 strikeouts per 9. So he has been a little better with the Red Sox. He's been great recently. So Hansel Robles here on the mound. He's got a 5-run lead to work with. And the Red Sox are 5 outs away. Hansel Robles pumping in 97. Raptor Jesus. Red Sox are 5 outs away. Yeah, I was wrong for Houck too. But then again, the Red Sox, it was a close game. I would have kept Houck in. He looked good. Robles, 3 runs for the Yankees. That could be nothing in a heartbeat. So, oh, super chat. Paul Hawaii. $1 for each run. Go Red Sox. I'm a Giants fan. I hope you're being safe. Thanks for teaching our kids and the future. Keep up the great work. Hey, Paul Hawaii, man, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. We're working hard over here, my friend, and I much appreciate that. So, could we see a Giants-Red Sox World Series possibly? Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. I'm not gonna bet against it. So, but I appreciate that, Paul. Much appreciated. Hey. Super chat, member of the channel. Hey, you're awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you. What do we got here? Yeah, you know, Raptor Jesus, I agree. I kind of thought this would be close. You know, Aaron Boone's gone. If the Yankees can't finish this, if they can't get a comeback going, if they can't finish this with a win, oof. Aaron Boone might as well just start packing his bags. You know? Man, you got to think what's going through his head right now. You know, Trey, yeah, you know, I think Boone, there's been times where he's definitely made some interesting choices, you know, whether it's, you know, starting a certain guy on a certain day or, you know, going with a certain guy out of the bullpen, or riding a guy too long that's struggling, or, you know, or if a guy's, you know, playing well and he ends up not playing him that day. He's made a lot of interesting choices, you know, with the lineups or whatever. And also, you know, kind of just being like, in a way I can understand why he would go this route, but being overly positive when it's just not a moment where you kind of want to be, you know, maybe that's a time where you should have been maybe a little more tough on your team when they're not playing well, but he continues to say like, oh yeah, we're going to turn a corner, we're going to be fine. Where in a moment like that, you probably could have said, hey, you know what? We kind of suck right now, and we need to kind of, you know, start picking this up. And that's what I like about Alex Cora. Not trying to be biased, I apologize, but in all honesty, he pops it up. Is Kike Hernandez going to have another one? No, Verdugo's there. And the Red Sox have 2 outs here in the 8th. But that's what Cora has done. He will flat out say like, nope, we need to play better. We did not look good this game. I thought we looked terrible this game. We need to play better. And I've liked that about Alex Cora. And I think that's what the Red Sox players like about him too. But with Boone, he doesn't really do that. And I think, you know, I don't know. I think Yankee fans are kind of just over it. So, but yeah, the Nahawand, I agree. You know, Boone's not playing on the field, and I can see it from that point of view too. Maybe baseball. What's going on? What's going on? How are we doing? We had the same Final Four teams in our predictions, so I like your predictions. I like them. So honestly, at this point, I didn't see this coming. I don't even know what's going to happen now. I didn't see this happening. I saw a Yankee win. I'm still seeing a Yankee win. I'm not giving this. Nope. I am not ending this game yet. Not ending it. I may be wrong about this game too. And I'm a Red Sox fan. I mean, come on. I'm going to look terrible. If this ends up being the result. Oh, Robles going with a quick pitch, and he strikes him out, and the Red Sox are 3 outs away from going on a trip to Tampa Bay, or St. Petersburg to be more specific. Oh, man, do I got to go get tickets? Oh, I just thought about that. Oh, wait, no, game's not over. No. Nope, game's not over. Nope, I almost blew it. No, I'm not gonna be Giraffe Neck Robbie just yet. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Not giving in. Kira, I refuse to give in. I'm going to save it. If it ends up happening, I'll save it for the end. Hansel Robles. Baby. No, I got the Rays. I got the Rays and the Giants. Unfortunately, for Giants fans, I picked the Rays. I'm sorry. I think it's going to go 7. I think it's going to go down to the last pitch, and the Rays find a way to win. I would not be surprised if the Giants end up winning it, though. What a year, man. What I like about the Giants is no one is giving them a chance all year. No one gave them a chance in the preseason. No one gave them a chance in the first half. No one gave them a chance in the second half. No one's giving them a chance now. World Series odds favoring the Dodgers. Hey, I mean, Fangraphs not giving them a good percentage chance. Why can't the Giants win? So, but yeah, I don't see why. The Giants are just, they're so good. What I like about the Giants is I like their offense. I like that they're clutch, and I like that they're good in those late game situations. But I just like, they don't rely on the clutch, kind of like the Mariners did. They just have a good offense in general. But they got guys that can come up big. They have guys that can, you got one guy doing good one game, and then you got another guy stepping up the next game. You can have Brandon Bell or Crawford, show up one game, and then the next game you got Darren Ruff, playing hero, and Lamont Wade Jr. I like that. Your Art Studios. Let's go Giants. Torture is better than going home by Bruce Bochy. Man, oh man, Giants, they're looking pretty good. I'm excited to see what the Giants can do in this postseason. Looking good for the Sox, but it ain't over till it's over. I agree, Mickey. I agree. It's not over till it's over. Someone is by my side here. Everyone's telling me, Robbie, come on, just give in. Nope, not over till it's over. Yeah, Charles YT, yeah, that is one thing about, Brandon Belt. Is he going to come back? Is there any reports on that? They were saying, I thought maybe I saw somewhere that that they're hopeful that maybe he could come back at some point. Either way, you can have a Lamont Wade Jr., you can have a Darren Ruff. No word on Belt. He's going to be out. I thought maybe they had like some hope that maybe he can come back for like the championship series or if they make it to the World Series. But hey, at least, the Dodgers, eye for an eye, they lost Muncy. So, yeah, So Fresh Blaze. Isn't it hilarious that the Giants are like a dark horse, but they had the best record in Major League Baseball? Like, how is that even possible? Yeah, Flores, too. Yeah, I like the Giants bench. What a bench. And I love Buster Posey. Buster Posey's one of my favorite players. I love Buster Posey. I hated that he didn't play last year. So, what a good year from Buster Posey. This guy almost had a 400 on base while playing great defense. Nahawan, where is the calf neck army? Giant Seabelt coming back in the NLCS as a dream scenario. Okay. And there goes Renfroe down on the K. Chad Green still on the mound here, trying to keep the Yankees in this game somehow, some way. Quentin Chad. It's sad how baseball gives me depression. I'm with you, my friend. I would say I don't get upset as much as I used to. 2011 was probably the peak of being upset as a Red Sox fan. That was one. Go ask my roommate at the time. We were watching that night together. We watched all of it. I watched everything, every single pitch, and how it unfolded. That was one of the worst nights that I've ever had. Like, ever, with anything. Anything. Doesn't even matter. Not even just baseball. Like, any night. That was horrible. My hands were like that. Like, I was hunched over. I thought I was going to be sick. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It wasn't even just that we just had a collapse like that. We were in the driver's seat. We had the win that night on game 162. Another strikeout. Chad Green is looking pretty good. Looking rather good here. sitting down both Hunter Renfroe and Christian Vasquez like it's nothing. Yeah, 2011 was the worst. I hated that year. So I'm glad I had 2011 because I don't think knock on wood, I don't think I'm ever going to be as upset as I was that night. If I get more if something worse happens than that night, I don't even want to watch. I don't even want to watch. Alrighty. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, I looked at the screen. I'm seeing Bobby Dahlbeck grounded out. Everyone, hang with me here. I got to go to the bathroom so bad. You're going to see an empty chair here for a second. Please stay tuned. Oh, all right. Did we lose anyone? Oh, my God. That was the worst. I thought I was going to. Oh, my God. I couldn't hold it anymore. Couldn't hold it. Yeah, hum, baby. You hear you got to take over the stream for me when I walk away. Yeah, Chris Sampson. I basically ran. Kenneth Holt, what's going on? Cardinals fan, just hope they can upset. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Pete Bowen, what's going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome. What else we got? Kira, yeah. Cash taking out Snell. That's where kind of the difference for me. I think it's going to be lesson learned. You know, I think Cash... he's going to make the good moves this time around. I think he's going to make the good moves. Dodgers are hot right now. That is one thing to remember with the Dodgers. They're coming into this postseason hot. They're coming in hot. So that's one. They've been really good all year, but they're hot. Joshua's got the Cardinals winning it all. Could you imagine, man? Could you imagine the Cardinals win it all? Crazy. I mean, especially with the run that they went on. Man, oh, man. Here we go. Back to Fenway. Three more outs here. Red Sox up by 5. We got the wild card game on tomorrow night for the National League. Tonight we have the American League wild card game. We got 250 people in the chat. Never mind, we just jumped down to 240. I wouldn't mind a World Series rematch from 2013. Like I said, I'll take the Red Sox and the Expos in the World Series. Ooh, they're going Garrett Whitlock here for the 9th. Going up against Aaron Judge. Oh, what poetry. Wow. The Red Sox got Garrett Whitlock from the Yankees in the Rule 5 draft, and now Garrett Whitlock is going for the last 3 outs against the Yankees. 1 out. Oh, this is hilarious that Garrett Whitlock is on the mound. Oh my, for Yankee fans, this has got to be brutal. You got Garrett Whitlock going against you, and he had a great season with the Red Sox this year, and you got him for free? Oh. Man, oh man, what a game this has been. You know, and just in terms of how the dominoes have fallen. The Yankees had chances, and they just couldn't capitalize. Man, just that Judge play at the plate, that set the tone. It looked like the Yankees were starting to mount something there, and that just completely set the tone. Ooh, Stanton hits it to right. And that's gone. Stanton with a home run. I said this, you know, that's why if you're the Red Sox, you wanted insurance runs. I'm not surprised he hit a home run because this guy's been just charging the ball. This dude's been hitting taters all night. Wow. That's nuts. That's just crazy. I don't understand how someone can hit a ball that hard. Oh, super chat coming through. Drake Farringer, hello. Cardinals got the dub tomorrow. A lot of optimistic Cardinals fans here in the chat. Well, the Yankees, they got to run back here, but they still got a lot of work to do. Drake, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I'm excited for the Dodgers-Cardinals tomorrow. Here we go. Garrett Whitlock going up against Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo hits it deep. Is it going to be deep enough? Hunter Renfroe is there. 2 outs. The Red Sox are 1 out away here in the 9th. What a start from Nathan Eovaldi tonight. The bullpen stepping up for the Red Sox after struggling this past month. The Yankees maybe a little too aggressive there, sending Aaron Judge. And in the end, it turned into an out, and it looked like the Yankees' momentum just stopped right there. And at that point, the Red Sox took advantage. They took the momentum back, and they're now 1 out away. Xander Bogaerts, Kyle Schwarber, Alex Verdugo coming up big. That's popped up. Renfroe is there, and the Red Sox have won the wild card game, and they're going on a trip to Tampa Bay for a date with the Rays. The Boston Red Sox, after not making the playoffs last year in a shortened season, after not making it in 2019, after winning it all in 2018, are back in the division round. They have taken down their arch rival, the New York Yankees, in the American League wildcard game. Aaron Boone looks on. He takes one look back out onto the field, and he heads back into the tunnel. And you got to think Aaron Boone, his Yankee career is over. The Yankees go into this offseason with a bunch of questions. A talented team coming into this season. A lot of people picking the Yankees to win it all this year. And the Yankees go home early in the wild card game. Of up and down season for the New York Yankees. With all the talent in the world, not able to overcome a Red Sox team that missed the postseason for 2 years in a row. Chaim Bloom deserves a lot of credit. A lot of low-key, valuable moves for the Red Sox. A deadline move of bringing in a Kyle Schwarber, of bringing in a Hansel Robles. Chaim Bloom pushing a lot of the right buttons for the Red Sox. While on the other side, you see the Yankees. They got to be thinking, what buttons do we got to push? But in the end, the Red Sox move on. And they're going to St. Petersburg to have a date with the Rays. And the question is, do I get tickets to the Red Sox Rays? Do I get tickets? Drake Farringer, honestly, Red Sox have a chance to beat the Rays. The Red Sox and the Rays always play each other tough. Always play each other tough. Everyone, I want to thank you so much for coming out tonight. Never thought I would be, this year. I didn't think I was going to be talking about Red Sox baseball here in the postseason. And here we are. And the Red Sox have won the wild card game, which is completely crazy because I picked the Yankees this year before the season to win the World Series. And my Red Sox just beat the Yankees. This is blowing my mind, everyone. You got to think Aaron Boone is done. You got to think the Yankees, what kind of an offseason are they going to have? This might be one of the biggest question marks of an offseason in New York Yankee baseball history. You got to think Boone's gone. The entire coaching staff is gone. What are they going to do with Brian Cashman? There's a lot of question marks here in the Bronx. But for the Red Sox, there's a lot of optimism moving forward. They got a tough Rays team that they got to get past, and that's going to be extremely tough. That was my World Series pick as of last night. I don't know. I picked the Yankees to win it all before the season. Could I be wrong again? I kind of hope I am. Everyone, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. Over 200 people in the chat for most of the stream. We got to over 250 at one point. I want to thank you all for coming out. Tomorrow night, I will be live once again for the Cardinals and the Dodgers in the National League wildcard game. So everyone, have yourself a great night. Go get some sleep. It's 11:30 here on the East Coast. Everyone, thank you again. Have a great night. Have a good day tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good one, everyone.